I'm gonna stop the music there. Hi guys, how are we all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Man, I originally had a different stream planned in mind for today. However, I remember I'm a laptop streamer. The graphics would be a little too much for my laptop to handle while also streaming. So, I may just end up doing that as my own thing because I do genuinely want to play that. Or save that as a different stream one possibly I can upgrade my streaming stuff. But, that's that. Oh, man, okay. Oh, happy 2024. It's not exactly 4 in a row, but I like those little coincidences when they pop up. They make my brain happy. And what is the numerology of 444 actually? I don't remember. Numerology of 444 is an affirmative sign from your angels that you are ready to progress and develop in your career. Just giving some love and support from all y'all. Number 4 symbolizes stability, security, and a strong foundation. Well, there you go. Okay, I'm just gonna get all of that there. Anyway, I should do some promotional stuff, housekeeping, the normal things. Those are notes I wrote to myself. Oh no. As you know, our ultimate goal for this year is that we are trying to hit 50 followers by the time of May or June of this year. So halfway through the year, I hope we can hit 50 followers. So please consider hitting the follow button. It's an entirely free thing to do. You get a little animatic over here at the top that says a new person follows the stream. Well, not stream, but following me, and I love that. I love seeing you guys here. I really do appreciate all the support that is already being given. I hope that we can continue to grow with this community. I hope that we can all keep growing with people. I'm gonna get this thing from back here because me slouching is not doing me well. Me slouch. Okay. Much better. I'm leaning back on this thing. I will bring you guys closer to me. I will bring this closer. Hello. How are we doing? Anyway. Along our way, our little journey to 50 followers, I've made up some follower goals. So, as of right now, we are currently still trying to hit 25 followers. To which, when we do hit it, next stream that we start off, we're going to be doing a Funko customization stream together. I have a Funko Pop that I've been dying to customize. I think I might end up doing some sort of flower motif on it. Just want to change some of the colors, and I have metallic paint that I'd love to use. I want to do that with us. I think that'd be a fun thing for us to do. But that's at 25 followers. I need the motivation to do it as much as I want to. I know myself. I need somebody to hold me accountable to do the things I'd like to do. So I'm hoping you guys will help out with that. At 35 followers, we're going to be doing a Hogwarts house quiz stream. We're going to finally figure out what on earth my Hogwarts house would be, because I don't fucking know. I'd love to know. We're also going to make sure that we're going to find out collectively what chat would be on stream. So yeah, we're going to be doing a Pottermore quiz, so that's the official one. And then we're also going to be doing the BuzzFeed Hogwarts quiz, where it's the different percentages for all of the houses. In terms of the order of what it is, that is the quiz that I'll make you chat do, and you guys have to collectively decide and agree on what your answers would be. I will be looking at chat for you guys for that. But that's at 35 followers. We're going to be doing some Hogwarts stuff, trying to make this magical place here. At 45 followers, we're going to be doing a Lego building stream. I have a little baggie of Legos. It's a Star Wars X-Wing. That's it. That's all I can use to describe it. It's just a Star Wars X-Wing Lego set that I'd love for us to build together. Hopefully I can figure out how to do that. Man, laptop streaming, interesting to try to figure out the logistics of how I'm gonna make things happen, but we'll figure it out together. Then finally, when we hit our ultimate goal of 50 followers, 50. Chat, I'm letting you decide what we do for stream. I'm not letting you spend my money though. Mostly because I'm struggling with money just a little bit, so not gonna let you guys have access to that. That's a dangerous combination right there. Anyway, that is all of our housekeeping things to put together. I hope you guys are doing well today. Man, today was just really I mean, I hope you guys had a good day today, but today was just kind of a drag. Like, things did happen a lot more quicker. Oh, yeah, no, it was some reason today was just really tiring. I cannot tell you why. Yesterday, over here on the East Coast anyway, it was like literally raining as hard as possible, just raining cats and dogs all day. Now, today, where it's like sunny and all that stuff, I'm just like, I just want to sleep. Smoking Otter, I hope that you got enough sleep. I'm sorry that you're tired. I do like your name, actually, though. Smoking Otter. That's fun. Yeah, just day just felt like it dragged on forever. Just wanted to sleep. I don't want to do anything, but like I had to do stuff. You know, I just want to lay in bed all day and just be like, man. Oh, you tried to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. Did it not go well for you? Insomnia is a bitch, if I'm being honest. Like, you want to try to go to sleep, and then your brain just keeps letting you stay awake the whole time. It sucks. I do hope that you get enough sleep soon. You know, I will try to keep it as quiet as possible, so I won't try to disturb you as much if you want to sleep soon. You're welcome to hit the follow button if you'd like. Alright. My original plan of what I wanted to do today kind of fell through. Well, you have a few tricks that are keeping you going, so you're good? Alright. Oh, thank you so much! Oh, yay! Oh, we actually hit 25. Oh my god, we actually hit 25. Oh, that means tomorrow I actually have to do the thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to have to be held responsible for the things I want to do. Damn it. I know I set this thing up because I thought it'd be fun, but damn. Number 25! I'm so thankful for you. Thank you so much. I hope you're willing to stay the whole time. We've been teetering on like 25 for the past few streams. So, yay! I'm gonna have to update this actually after stream. I don't want to do it now. I'm too lazy to do it now, but I'll do it eventually. But yay! 25! Okay. Next stream, aka tomorrow, I actually have to get out my metallic paints, get out the brushes, get out some stuff, get out the Funko Pop that I'm gonna try to customize. I don't know what on earth I'm gonna do in terms of the design. Oh man. Yes, you get to say you were here. You liked me before I was cool. Of course, I remember a lot of I remember a lot of people's names from the follower list. I actually follow back some of you guys too, because I do thoroughly enjoy seeing what you guys do. BCD actually gave me a great idea for merchandise concerning the fact that yesterday's stream, I screenshotted this because it was the funniest thing I ever read. They literally typed in chat, I am a virgin of everything physical. I can't stop thinking about that, because that's such a mood. I'm a virgin of everything physical. I want that plastered on a shirt or a hoodie somewhere and just walking around just being like, yeah. You think you're cool? I'm a virgin. Sorry. I don't know why that phrase in particular just makes me laugh so hard. But anyway, I had plans for us to do. I was just gonna continue this. Yeah, it's a fun quote. We also have I know BCD actually made a Discord server for us called Kai's Freedom Fighters. I should probably put that somewhere so y'all more people can join it. I'd love for us to keep talking. Things that I should be doing. I should learn how to network better, but I don't. I don't know how to network anything. Oh man. I don't know, man. This is fun. Oh, this is fun. Let's see how that goes. Here is the Discord invite if you want to join the Discord. Up to you, honestly. But anyway, today we're continuing a dating sim I started a long time ago. Not finished. It's called Our Life. Oh. Aww. Oh, I love cats. Cats are some of my favorite animals. Unfortunately, though, I'm also incredibly allergic to cats. It's not fun for me. I can't be around a lot of animals because I'm allergic to their fur. But I love cats. Oh. Man, cats are bitches. I'm not gonna lie though. I'd love to be a cat in another life. Imagine how spoiled you can be. You can be an asshole to people and they can't be mad at you. No one can be mad at you because you're a cat. Like, you get to knock stuff off of, like, high ledges, and people will just be like, not again, and I'll just clean it. And then you can nap all day. You have no responsibilities. I don't know. I'd love to be a cat in another life. Okay, here. I have not played this since February 16th. Oh, man. Okay, I'm not downloading the DLC. Okay. Where is my stuff? Hello. Alright, what is happening? Yes, I'm returning to the damn menu. What happened to my music? Oh dear God in heaven, that was loud. Right, I don't know what happened to that. Anyway, we can go back to that. Woo! I was like, where is my music? See? The nice, cool vibes. Just chill. We'll see how long I can actually get through this. Probably not going to be that long, because I don't stream that long. Probably should stream longer, but we'll figure it out. Like a lazy cat. There it is. We're just in the cat mood today. Alright. Like a lazy cat, you stretched your arms above your head and yawned, blinking your eyes sleepily. The day was warm and pleasant, and you were lounging on the couch in the living room, finding it difficult to do much in that moment. God, this is just a mood today. I just don't want to do anything. But I had to. Your moms and Liz had gone out shopping, looking for some new items for your sister to take back and decorate her college dorm with. I feel like I'm rushing this. I should be slower. I'm going to read slower for you. They had asked if you wanted to go with them, but you declined. Cat videos are fascinating, don't you think? Your cat wanted you to turn on the TV, put on YouTube, and then put a cat video on. What on earth would you... You know what? I don't think I should question it, because I will sit down and just watch hours on hours of, like, character dissection from, like, multiple fandoms I'm in. I literally spent an hour and a half watching a video of someone doing the epilogue series, just dissecting everything from the epilogue series of Steven Universe, aka Steven Universe Future, my favorite show ever. I was like, I liked Steven Universe Future, and like, even as an adult, I still very much like relate to that, because I was like, I've said this before, I said this yesterday, and I'll say this again. Crushing realization on like Easter/Trans Visibility Day I don't know who I am outside of an academic setting. I have always defined myself in terms of my academics. Take that away from me, and I don't know who the hell I am. So, hopefully, through these streams, I can figure out something. I don't know. So, to see a cartoon show that was coming out at the time that I was a teenager, still trying to figure myself out, trying to figure out the world and what I really wanted out of life, to have the main character go through a mental health crisis where it's like, I used to be this thing, but now I'm not, and things have changed. What do I do now? I didn't want to change, but I had to. You know, when you struggle with mental health, to see that reflected and actually taken with so much care and love through a popular medium, of course you're going to relate to it, of course you're going to latch onto it. But then having the identity crisis along with the mental health issues during a time where a lot of people were still struggling with that, I have a special place in my heart for Steven Universe Future. I know a lot of people didn't necessarily like it when it came out. I enjoyed it. Because I was like, yeah, let the main character actually be the main character in their own show and realize, hey, things were not normal for me, and I should learn how to take better care of myself and love myself more. Yeah, it helped me around that time. I mean, Steven Universe came out 2012, 2013, and I was 12/13 at the time, and I was like, you know, struggling to figure out myself and life in general. So having that reflected and be taken with so much care, I was gonna latch onto it, man. Also, like, those songs, very soothing. And, like, they are there to help you. I love seeing the representation of not just the LGBTQ plus community, but also having representation of, like, hey, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not know what you want. It's okay to change as people. We as human beings are meant to change. And it's okay if you don't know that. It's okay if you don't know what you want to change to. I don't know. I feel like I'm going off on something that nobody cares about, but, like, I loved Steven Universe. I still do. It's a comfort show of mine. When things feel out of control, it's nice to go back to that time where it's like, hey, found family trope, where it's like, take good care of yourself and others. Know that you are loved even if you don't necessarily feel it a lot of the time. There are people who love you. I don't know. It's, Steven Universe will always hold a special place in my heart. I feel like a lot of people didn't give Steven Universe Future a chance because they're like, oh, we're actually going to be focusing on the fact that, hey, the main character got hella ton of trauma during the original run of the series, so the epilogue is now the main character trying to, you know, be better and be, like, taking care of himself for once instead of taking care of everybody else. For some reason, people didn't like that. Now, in retrospect, we can enjoy it and we can appreciate it for what it is. I hope people realize that now. I some of the pacing towards the end was a little off, but, like, the idea was there. Anyway, I should be reading this, cause yeah. That's what I said I was gonna do. Yeah, okay. For you, today was all about relaxation. I don't know if relaxation is the right word. We're just gonna sleep. I would love to just sleep. Cove had dropped by to spend some time with you, content to join in with doing nothing. I don't remember what I was trying to do with this, actually. Because this is a dating sim, and that is a LGBTQ, like, kind of dating sim, so it's like... But the person I'm trying to romance right now, I don't know if I'm actually doing a good job of it, so we're trying. Anyway, what was happening? You were sitting next to him. You sat on one couch while you sat on your own. I feel like we'd be close enough as friends if we've known each other since like 8 years old. Yeah. You had your feet propped up on one of the armrests and used Cove as a comfy cushion beneath your head. It's totally settled in. Ah, damn it, I chose the wrong option. Cove was tense, his legs almost as stiff as two logs. That made things not as comfortable as you had hoped for. The day dragged on, and you found yourself yawning more and more often between conversations. What? Okay, I guess we save again. Wow, I have not played since February. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh man. You had almost dozed off completely when suddenly a buzz rang out, disturbing the silence. Yes, I'll override the save. What is happening? Oh, what's up, bud? What's happening? Your phone was on its charger in the kitchen, so it couldn't have been that. Cove pulled out his own phone from his back pocket and checked the screen. His movement had jostled you, so you tried to readjust your position to get it right again. Oh, hey. Oh, it's Mom. Right, I was a simp for his mom in the last episode, I remember, because I thought she was hot. That should not have been... It wasn't the whole of, like, I can fix her, it's just, oh, hello, mother. I don't know why. What is wrong with me? It was like, mother, yes, yes. After leaning forward and setting the phone on the coffee table in front of him, Cove hit the speaker button. I'm not doing voices, man. Every time I try to do voices, it ends up hurting my throat more. Which isn't great, but it's a thing that happens. Hey, what's up? Why did I use my real name in this? It's so weird. It's fine. It's not really a real name. It's my nickname. But yeah. I'm here too.
Hi.
Hello. She's so pretty. Hey, Mom 3. That's funny. I'm just gonna say hi. Oh. Oh. Her little... I love the facial expressions in this so much. I don't think I gush about that enough. Because it's subtle enough where it's like... It's stuff like this, like the little subtle thing of like how the eyebrows look. And the colors are so pretty. Oh. I know it's like... If you had green hair like this, it's not going to be like... something that like just naturally happens, although here it is possible. I'm like, it's so pretty. I really love the art style of this, man. So funny you should ask. I went with they them, so we're non-binary in this case. I'm genderqueer, so yeah. I was like, they them just felt the most comfortable thing to use for me at the time. I don't know why I went with my nickname for this. I probably should have used something else, but like, it's still technically me. But yeah, it's non-binary they them pronouns for our player character. You can change it in between like different stages. I just prefer to use they them for this. I don't know. When I read fan fiction, I like seeing they them more than I like seeing like he or she type things. I can't explain why. I just like the gender neutralness of it all, which I feel like should say more about me than anything else. We can get back to that type of realization later on. I don't know. No, I'm okay with it. Yeah. We'll figure out my feelings for pronouns one of these days. For now, I don't know. Okay, Cove baby. Ow. I wanted to ask you if you have a plan for all your junk. Cove made a small, outraged grumble, giving you a sidelong glance. It's not junk, it's important. Look at this. It's still the same face. It's just the difference in like how you do the eyebrows, just the subtleness of the shifting of face, where it's like, oh, there's you're upset or you're feeling mischievous. This case, I'm like, I can tell he's like, not again. Please don't embarrass me. I'm like grumble grumble type thing, and she's just teasing her kid. Like you can see that. It's so clearly portrayed. But they didn't change much about what they're doing. Oh, it's so smart. I also just like the little blinking every now and then. Oh, I love this. I don't know. I really like this. Though you couldn't see it, you could tell by the sound of her voice that Kyra was smiling. Really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ah! Oh, I just noticed her eye just went so much. Yeah, so this is the mom, this is Kyra, this is Cove, our best friend since 8 years old. We are trying to romance them. Or at least that was the plan. I don't know if I'm doing it well. This is a long game, and I did not realize how long it would take me. But yeah, we get to grow together, and just I hope I've managed to successfully romance this character. But also, it's just nice that we're best friends, biffles, BFFs forever, you know. So we'll see what happens. We're just gonna let things happen naturally, just whatever feels right in the moment, you know. Okay, but is that a yes or no about the plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? I'm so curious. I just noticed a little background in her. I love the little flowers with the gradient from the blue to the white. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I need to stop getting distracted. I should just play. Okay. He looked over at you, his mouth pulled into a tight smile. I'm still thinking about it. Kai? Oh, whenever I have to read my name, it just, no. I'm gonna take the phone off speaker so me and mom can go over it. Yeah. The mom knows something. Here's the thing. No, so let me catch you up on this. Here, our best friend, his parents are divorced. He and his father moved into the same like neighborhood as we're in. That's how we met. That's how we became friends. We recently met his mom last summer. Well, not really last summer, but like the stage before this, we finally met his mom in real life. She likes us. Our moms, our two moms and older sister, very much heavily ship the two of us together. His dad also very much is like very clueless, doesn't really know what's happening. He just knows that we're really close friends. His mom also a huge shipper for the two of us. So that's the general dynamics we're working with. They all know we're really close. It's just the women in this situation are very much like, you two should date or something like that. Versus his dad is like, oh, wait, you have feelings for each other? What? I thought you were just friends, It's that type of thing. And our older sister, who's now finally quite nice to us, is very much like, so, your friendship with, Cove here. Ever think about doing something more with that? And then we are kind of in denial about it, but like also not really. I hope that's a good explanation. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take the phone off speaker so me and mom can go over this. It'll be quick. Oh, is that why this thing is called Drive? We're gonna drive up to his mom's house. His mom's house lives quite a bit far away, so should be interesting. Cove carefully moved you off him and took the phone from the table before pushing himself to his feet. He hit the speaker button again to turn it off and continued the conversation with his mom as he headed towards the door. Oh, no, The lock clicked behind him as he exited the house, and you sank back onto the cushions, idly trying to decide what to do next. After electing to grab your own phone from its charger, you resumed your position on the couch, tapping away at the screen. Your mind drifted away from thoughts of Cove and his phone call, with all the many ways your device could distract you. That's a mood. It was an effective enough way to kill the time. And you had managed to do various little things. Oh, when the door opened again and Cove returned. He's back. Best friend is back.
Hey.
I hope you managed without me. No, I didn't manage. I want now. Okay. You watched as Cove strolled over to where you were still sitting. How did the call go? Oh. Well. Oh. He sighed dramatically and let his forehead fall against the couch back. I know I just came back from visiting my mom, but... Well, last time I flew there, every time I just fly there and back, and so there's a lot of stuff I've left over there, because I couldn't take it all with me on the plane. Now that I'm not going to be visiting her like I used to, I have to go get it at some point. Oh, buddy, honey, what's wrong? What's wrong? He gave you a look that you... Oof, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Wait, I want to put this back. Here we go. He gave you a look that you thought seemed almost guilty. Some of it is pretty big, so it's not really practical to have it shipped. I can drive over and pick it up. When will you go? That's what my mom wanted to know. She thought it'd be best to do it soon, before things get even busier. We only ever get to see these scenes during the summer. Wonder what happens in school. Do we still hang out during school? I hope we do. I mean, we're best friends. And the general thing I've noticed is that he doesn't really like a lot of people. He just likes being around us, so I hope we still hang out. We'll see what happens. Okay. He paused and let out a soft sigh, his shoulders dropping, as if he really didn't want to be the one to have to tell you that. Why are you upset about that? It's not a bad thing. It's fine. I think that's probably the idea that makes the most sense, too. It'd be good to get it over and done with. Oh, I'll be setting out as soon as I can. Oh, another trip already then. It's like I can't read, but I know what to say. I can't... Bleh, words, English. Why is this so hard? He sighed and dropped his head again. You could tell he wasn't any happier about having to go than you were about seeing him leave. This man is overdramatic in, the funniest ways possible. I'm not gonna lie. He, every single time something happens, he's always like, oh, I have to do this again. Oh, woe is me. And then you as the main character just be like, hey, you want me to come with you? He's like, will you? Will you actually? Will you come with me? Can we? Can you come, please? Please, I don't want to go alone. It's that type of thing. And I'm like, yeah, because we barely hung out this summer. Best friend, I'm gonna leave for college in this game. I mean, IRL, I already graduated and I'm fucking set. I feel like this is not a good option in this case. Fine. It's not a big deal. Do I make a joke that's not going to really make him laugh in bored taste? Or do I just be like, it's not that big of a deal. You can drive and I could come with you. It's like, what do I say? 'Cause I don't like any of the options they're giving me. It's like, you didn't know what to say, but I want to say something, Are you trying to get away with me? Or get away from me? It's a cute joke, but I don't know if it's going to make him feel better or worse in this case. Just saying the word fine also doesn't feel... saying the word fine also just kind of feels a little too passive-aggressive for my taste. It's not a big deal. It just feels like the best option. But also, I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna just go with it. I'm just go with it. Ah, upset. The quicker you leave, the quicker you'll come back, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, great. He feels better. He's got the little smiley again, or at least half smirk, half smile. I don't know. Oh. Looking up again, you met his bright aquamarine eyes, finding a sad smile tugging on his lips. Oh. Suddenly, his eyebrows jumped, and his eyes lit up like a lamp. Oh, he has the idea. You could come with. Why didn't we suggest that is my question? Are we just like, oh, no, you gotta leave? I mean, it's fine. Alright. What? You should come. My visits to my mom's are usually special. So she and I can spend time together. But this time it's not like that. It's an errand. My plan is to drive out one morning, spend the night, and then we can pack up the car the next morning and turn right back around. It'd only take 2 days for the whole thing. Aw, he wants us to come. Yay. Best friend, yay. You thought to yourself for a moment, amused by Cove's excitement, because he doesn't get excited about a lot of things. Why would you not be? Fucking hell. Are you sure it'd be okay if I go? Yeah, why not? I probably could use the company. It's a pretty long drive for one person. A sprinkling of colors spread over his cheeks as he admitted quietly, "Oh! He's blushing! Oh, I hope that means it's a good thing. And I just really like to have you around. Am I being successful at actually turning this friendship into something more? Am I finally learning what it's like to not accidentally friend zone people?" That's happened too many times, actually, to accidentally friend zone someone because of like, I assume you just want to be friends. Apparently you want something more. Now it's too awkward. Ugh. But yay, I hope, yay, he wants us around. Yay. Plus, you'd have a chance to see my mom in person. I know she'd be happy to see you again. You wrinkled your nose, supposing that would be alright after all, if he was so sure about it. Alright, I can come. I'll have to let my moms know, but as long as we've got nothing else important on the days we pick, then there's no reason I wouldn't be able to go. Yay! Yay! We're spending time together. Yay! Cove's face brightened, and you were sure the prospect of having a travel buddy made the task seem less tiresome. I'll call my mom back and tell her. We can pick a time right now. You spent some time together going over your schedules and making plans for when you could take the trip. You needed it to fit around Cove's work schedule, which you brought up on his phone to double check. Luckily, it was only a 2-day trip, so finding a couple free days in a row wasn't impossible. It wasn't long before the dates were finally set and all the plans were made. Ooh. I'm excited! It'd be fun! Who doesn't love a good road trip, man? There's so many road trip movies that I assume are just fun. Yeah, it'd be a fun thing to do. A short trip sounded like a perfect way to spend some time. You could listen to music, eat snacks, and enjoy the open road. Why is the only road trip movie that's going in my mind right now the Goofy movie? I know there's others out there, but that's the only thing that's coming to mind. All I'm thinking of is the Goofy movie. I think I'm gonna watch the Goofy movie after this. I have to. I love that movie. Eye to Eye. Ooh, you know, one of these days I should teach myself how to do the perfect catch. Because it seems like a fun dance to do. I hope we're close to sealing the deal. It's been fucking years. We're like, at this point in the game, we're both 18 and about to head off to college. I really think we're doing something right here. I'm excited, y'all. Okay. No matter what you thought about things, the morning when you were due to leave arrived. Wow, that's so hard to wrap my mind around and process. Smoking Otter, I think so too. I really think we're close to sealing the deal. I'm real excited about it. Oh man. But no, I'm actually going to be watching the Goofy movie immediately after this. That's all I'm thinking about now. The moment you bring up road trip movies, I say Goofy movie. Ah, man. If you could see Powerline in person, you imagine how much money so many people are willing to pay? The nostalgia of it all? Like, I don't want to go to Coachella to see all these other people. I'm gonna go to Coachella to see Hatsune Miku and Powerline. That's what I'm gonna spend my money on. I want to see them. Oh. Wait, Hatsune Miku is actually gonna be at Coachella this year. I'm gonna look for people online to see if they'll post stuff about that. I forgot that. I still can't believe Hatsune Miku is going to be here in America to do a concert. I don't know what the world's coming to, but I'm excited for it to happen. I'm excited to see what people are saying. I want to see that concert somewhere. If only they were closer. That's it. Okay. It was cooler than usual, the sun barely peeking over the tops of the houses. You stood outside your house, on the footpath near the road, waiting for Cove. You were feeling refreshed after a good night's sleep and an early wake-up. Early wake-up? How on earth do you feel refreshed after having to wake up early? The sun's not even out yet in this picture. I would just be like, I want to go back to my bed. I want to sleep more. Or, don't talk to me until I have some sort of caffeine in my system. I don't know. How do you feel refreshed when you wake up early? I keep clicking the wrong thing. I swear to God. With your travel bag clutched in one hand, you watched as Cove finish packing up his car. He had organized all sorts of things. Water bottles, snacks, and who knows what else. This is a man with a plan. We appreciate that. Cove insisted he had everything under control and didn't need help. At least you could rest easy, knowing that it was all taken care of. Imagine it wasn't. As you waited, you glanced over Cove's car. You knew it well. It used to belong to Mr. Holden, aka his dad, and when Cove had learned to drive, it passed him. His dad had taken the opportunity to get a newer one. I mean, that's smart, yeah. It was pretty old at this point, but it had served both of them well so far. Imagine though? Imagine it doesn't survive this trip. You just hope it had enough life left in it to survive a trip as long as the one you were embarking on. But imagine it doesn't, and then you have to go and get a hotel or a motel room out of nowhere, and guess what? The only room left available has only one bed. The one bed trope is such a funny thing to have to read in fanfic. But apparently, it is not as far-fetched as we think it is. Like, it is an actual thing that happens to people where it's like, all the rooms are pretty booked at this point. There is this one room left, but there's only one bed. Are you willing to do it? And most people are like, I guess so. Like, it's a real thing that happens, apparently. A lot more frequently than you think. And it's not just like, forcing people into a small space in a small room where they are forced to confront their feelings in typical fan fiction fashion. It's a real thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's interesting to find people of who work in hospitality type stuff actually say oh yeah, No, this happens. This happens a lot. I was like, oh. Oh. Okay then. Keep that in mind for the next time you want to go on a trip with somebody you may like. Who knows? Okay. The slam of a door closing made you jump. You snapped back to focus and saw Cove was walking towards you. He dusted his hands off of his pants and tilted his head towards the car. That's it. Ready to go? Am I clicking the wrong thing again? Yes, I am. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm ready. He smiled and stepped aside, giving you space to situate your own bag where you wanted it. Once everything was safely inside, he glanced back at you.
All right.
I don't like this face. I don't know why, but this face is just kind of like weirded me out. It's like, it's like if you see a real person with handsome Squidward's face in real life. It's that type of freaky. That's just the vibes I'm feeling off of this face I'm seeing right now. Can't tell you anything else though. We should get started. It's gonna be a ways to go. I'm not looking at his face anymore. It's just, ooh. High five, hug, or smile back with him. I'ma hug him. I'm going to be surprise hugger. Ah. You must accept sudden hugs. You must accept the sudden physical affection always. Yeah, the vibes are just off. He seemed surprised, but he chuckled and returned the gesture. It couldn't last for long, though. Time was of the essence. Here we go. The two of you climbed into the car and buckled up. Cove in the driver's seat and you sitting shotgun. Fucking hell. It's like I can't read, but I can. Brain, what's going on up there? I don't know. I've been doing that the whole time where I'm like, surprise, physical affection. Actually, no. I don't think physical affection is one of my love languages, but I do love physical touch a lot. We'll see. I'm gonna just keep doing it. His eyes moved to you.
Thank you.
Thanks again for coming on this trip with me. You're welcome. After checking the mirrors and starting the engine, you pulled out of the driveway and the trip began. With a small sigh, okay, you got cozy in your seat and watched the familiar houses in your neighborhood pass by. Cove reached over to turn on the radio. A crackle of static mixed with the odd snippets of song filled the car as he flipped through the stations. Okay. Mr. Holden's car was in good condition, but it was, well, older. There was no way to plug in a phone to play music, so the radio had to do. Remember what that time was like? Where you actually had to listen to the real-life radio instead of Spotify? Ooh, those were the days. Just had to listen to whatever the radio played, and it ended up being like the same song every 5 fucking minutes. Like it was the most popular song at the moment that just played every minute. To the point where like, I guess this is a good song because I just keep hearing it. Like you'll hear other songs mixed in, but that one song just keeps haunting you and following you on the one station the whole time. And you're just kind of like, I guess I like this song since I listened to it so much. And it's like, no. The radio people are forcing you to listen to it. And it's not because they like the song, and it's not because you like the song. It's because it's popular. And why is it popular? Propaganda. I don't know. But it's like, there's no other songs except for this one? You're just going to keep playing this one to death? Oh well, okay. I'm gonna click on. Eventually he settled on classic rock station before sitting back and resting both hands on the wheel. I respect the music choice in this case. I respect it. Classic rock is good. Is this okay? Okay. Little raise of the eyebrows. Yes, you know what I like. Yeah, it works. You nodded. Can I change it, or I'd rather have it off? No. I like the background music. I like the music. I feel like going with the first option, like the first two options, would be the best. It's like, yes, you know what I like, or yeah, it works. Classic rock. I'm gonna go with the first option. I don't know. It just feels like a good vibe. He smiled, happy with the answer. Yeah, I can do this. Man, if only my real life romance was this easy. I'm not gonna lie. Real life romance be hard. At least dating sims be easy. Okay. Time flew by, and with it, the scenery outside your window became more and more unfamiliar. I clicked off the game by accident. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yo, actually, the people that are gender fluid people are like, they are shapeshifters. They are real life shapeshifters. And I'm so fascinated because they can wear the exact same outfit both ways. And you're just like, but, huh? I swear to God, gender fluid people that can pull off both feminine and masculine and make it really obvious which is which are just, they're shapeshifters. I literally watched a TikTok earlier about a gender fluid person just wearing the exact same outfit, but I was just like, one didn't have glasses or one didn't. And I'm like, you're hot either way. At least I'm not having like a gay panic a lot of the time. It's just panic where I'm like, how are you doing this? How are you so attractive either way? I bet you pull a lot of bitches and I can't do that. But yeah, Cove is one of the lucky few that's feminine enough to appeal to a lot of men, but masculine enough to appeal to, females. Yeah. Gender fluid people are actual real life shapeshifters, and I am jealous of their ability to do that. Because I am like, especially looking at my body type, I am like hella feminine. And I don't mind that. It's just some days I don't want to be feminine. But I cannot pull off a masculine thing as much as I try. I'd have to like actively like make really conscious decisions to kind of change the shape, like silhouette of what I'm wearing and like how my face looks and hair, just to be able to look semi-masculine enough to do that. For the people that can just do it naturally, so jealous, but also share your secrets. I'd love to know. You are so damn attractive for that. I don't know. I have so many panics about people who are just like that, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to be with you or if I want to be you. And I love that panic I have whenever that happens. I'm just like, I'm in trouble, It's like that type of thing always. Thank God for like hiding behind a screen. I don't have to act like complete and utter like joke whenever that happens, where I'm just like, I'm melting into a puddle because I see attractive persons. Anyway, it was a little fluttery being alone in the car with Cove for so long. Aw, there was nowhere else you would have rather been. That's sweet. I love that. I love that little sentiment. Every now and then, he'd look over and sneak a glance at him, wondering what he was thinking about. Oh, eventually Cove broke the silence. Oh, clearing his throat softly before he spoke. It's been too long since you and I spent time with my mom. I know she still comes to the neighborhood sometimes, but it's not even once a year. I'm always going to hers. I'm happy the two of us are doing this. Thank God his parents like me. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, me too. Just thanking God his parents like me enough to be able to yeah, no, come along. Be a part of our family stuff, always. Yeah. Okay. Your elbow resting on the windowsill. You gazed out at a world that has slowly come to life as the morning rolled on by. The sun climbed higher in the sky, forcing you to adjust the visor overhead to keep it out of your eyes. You know what I just realized? I'm like, oh yeah, this is an American style car. Because it's on the driver's side is on the left side of the road. I'm like, I should know that because I'm used to it. I am American, unfortunately. But I don't know why it didn't register in my mind that this is, of course it'd be an American style car. I don't know why I didn't think of that. What is happening? I think I spend too much time watching a lot of international people, and I'm like, I forget Americans are a thing. But I'm American. I was literally in a car earlier. What's happening to my brain? I'm just going insane. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going insane. I'm devolving. Hey, do you mind reaching back for me? Cove gave you a sidelong glance as he drove, indicating with a nod of his head and a tiny smile. I think I lost my sanity so long ago. I think I lost my sanity when I was around 12, because that was also around the time that I started in my gifted kid program stuff. And then look, I became a STEM major in college, and now look at me. I have a Bachelor of Science in physics. It's such a useless fucking degree, but it also was so much work. And I'm like, the general thing that all of us agreed on in our classes was, I'm not okay, and I don't know what's happening. I think we actively tried to cheat during our quantum mechanics tests. But unfortunately, nobody knew what was happening in quantum mechanics. So we're all just like, fuck it if I know. I love physics, don't get me wrong. It is one of the few things that I'm like, I know a lot of people struggle with it, because it is a very math-based science. So if you don't understand math, physics is going to be the most difficult thing for you. And the sad thing about physics is, it's a lot of manipulation in terms of formula. It's one formula that you will always need no matter what, and it's just how do you manipulate this thing to fit into a variety of different circumstances. And most of the time, there's no actual numbers involved. It's a lot of Greek letters and trying to understand this Greek letter means this, or this Greek letter means that, and substitution and manipulation. And it's quantum mechanics, the homework, 5 questions for homework, and it'd be 20 plus pages. I remember I would spend hours of my Saturday doing homework. And I didn't actively do it. I was cheating. I was looking for the answers online. Somehow, some way, I graduated with an A in that class. Even though I cheated the whole time. I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, no, my sanity is gone. My sanity is just gone. But, it's over. I can attempt to find it now, but let's be honest, it's never gonna happen. Okay. This man is planning something. What's happening? Okay, I want some chips. The salt and vinegar ones. God, you're old. Salt and vinegar? Salt and vinegar chips are actually quite good. I won't lie about that. But I'm like, there's so many other flavors you could eat for chips. Sure, not all of them are, like, good, but at least there's other stuff. Whenever I think of salt and vinegar chips, I just think of old people in their 50s. AKA my parents, quite literally. I'm gonna make fun of him. I was like, I don't know how you can eat that. But yeah, no, salt and vinegar is like, it's a good flavor, but damn. You really don't want to try anything else? He huffed impatiently, keeping his eyes on the road. Sorry, buddy. I like them and want to eat them. You shouldn't have a problem with letting me, since you don't even like it. Yeah, no, salt and vinegar chips. Really? Those are your favorite? I mean, I don't mind, but like, damn, okay. Stretching out the seatbelt to give yourself space, you twisted in your spot and reached into the bag holding the snacks. It took a bit of effort to sort through the collection of goodies stuffed inside, but eventually the bag of chips crinkled beneath your fingers as you pulled them out and sat back in your seat. Here. Thanks. Do you mind opening it? His eyes lit up at the prospects of snacks, and you shook your head in amusement, popping the top of the bag. I'm like, I could pour a few chips into his hand. I could hold it. I could also ask, hey, you want me to feed you? I mean, because, you know, you're driving. We wouldn't want to get into an accident. Would this be an overreaching of things if I say, want me to feed them to you? I don't even remember what the colors stand for at this point. You know what? I'm just gonna hold the bag to him. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna hold the bag to him. That's it. It's the safest option. Okay. With a smile, he dug into the bag noisily, picking out a couple of chips between his fingers and popping them in his mouth. The sound of crunching and rustling filled the car as he reached over from time to time, taking a few more. Ultimately, he elected to drag out an entire handful at once, you losing a few of the chips to the floor. After that, you rolled up the top of the bag and stowed the chips safely in the back again. When you turned to the front, it was to find Cove crushing the fistful of chips into his mouth, crunching loudly. He wiped his hand on his pants absent-mindedly before gripping the wheel and spilling crumbs all over the place. I mean, I gotta laugh at that, man. It's like, how can you eat that much at once? I'm impressed. I'm just gonna laugh. It's just funny to me. I don't know why, it's just funny to me. You couldn't stop the amused sound that escaped you, and when Cove raised a questioning brow, you simply shook your head. I don't know why, it's just funny to me. No problem, I'm always gonna be here. Go, take care of your cats, your lovely, lovely cats. The hours drifted by much the same way as that, with the two of you snacking and chatting as the day stretched on. It was fairly calm and quiet, traveling along the open road, and you found little in the way of interruptions. At one point, you passed a "Welcome to Nevada" sign, and Cove gave a tiny cheer. He was in disbelief that the two of you were seriously all the way in another state like this. Eventually, you had to stop for gas, and made a detour at a small diner to grab a proper meal that didn't consist of chips and candy. Ooh, this is pretty. This is pretty. After refueling both the car and your stomachs, the drive was back on. Just as the sun began dipping beneath the horizon and bathing the sky in a wash of orange light, Cove informed you that there wasn't too much longer left to go. You were almost there. When night eventually fell into a blanket of darkness, the drive finally came to an end. Whew. As Cove pulled into the parking lot of Kyra's apartment building, the glow of car lights disappeared as he turned off the engine and let out a heavy sigh. "You made it. We're here." The two of you exchanged tired smiles, having successfully and safely completed one half of the trip. You were relieved to have actually arrived and eager to get out of the car and stretch your legs. You took the stairs up to the building together. After a knock, you were abruptly met by a flash of green hair as Kyra opened the door and immediately took her son in her arms. "Ooh, this is a nice place. I like the colors. I love the accent walls everywhere, all the different colors, and it works out so well. It's just, oh, it's so cozy. It's so cute. I love this. I love this. There he is, my gigantic baby boy." She squeezed him for a moment, then pulled back so she could examine his face. "Are you even taller than the last time I saw you?" Cove gave her a fond look as she patted the tops of his shoulders proudly. "You say that every time I'm here. It doesn't even make sense right now. My last visit wasn't that long ago. Honey, you could have grown a bit since then, just saying. Even if it's like an inch or two." Oh. Kyra simply laughed before letting him go fully and ushering the two of you into her apartment. She then turned to you, a wide grin pulling at her lips. "Hey, it's so nice you came along with. And as a bonus, you both arrived in one piece. It's nice to see you." Okay, we're gonna save again, just to be safe. Kyra beamed at you both, and while you would have loved nothing more than to settle down and rest after the drive, you could see she wasn't going to let you go that easily. "So, how was the trip? I admit I was a pinch worried." "We barely made it." Here we go. "We made it without a scratch." I was like, "Yeah. Appreciate the concern, but we're fine." Kyra clapped her hands together, the bracelets around her wrist jingling. "I'm so proud. I can hardly believe how mature you both are. Where did all those smarts come from?" Cove ran a hand over his hair with an awkward chuckle. "I don't know. Maybe I got it from my parents." Aw. His mom looked up at him deeply, her eyes glistening as she shook the sentimentality off with a wave of her hand. "Oh. You have to be half asleep already, huh? I don't want to keep you up much longer." Early morning in any whoosies. "How do you want to deal with the sleeping arrangements? I've only got my own room in Cove's, though the living room couch isn't bad." Ooh. "You keep your bed, Mom. Oh, Kai can use mine and I'll sleep on the couch or the floor. Whatever's easier. It doesn't matter for one night." Kyra laughed out loud, startling you both. You raised an eyebrow at her outburst, giving her a quizzical look. One bed trope. "Oh yeah, you'll just stay on the floor. You couldn't handle that much back when you were 13, with both your parents in the room." That's so funny. Dude, she said shots fired towards her son. I'ma make you so embarrassed right now. Dude, that's funny. That's funny. That's so funny. She was like, I'm gonna do something real quick. This is so funny to me, where she's like, really? You're going to sleep on the floor. Are you sure about that? The two of you? Are you sure? Are you sure you're going to do that? Yeah. There we go. Let's see. I'm going to just do that for the moment. Okay, I'm back at this. Okay, it's just so funny to me. Mom! You blush? You laughed it out. He's had a long day. It's cruel to tease the poor boy so late, even if it's true. Yep, she's right. That's totally what you do. You're annoyed. She knows he's sensitive. It was uncalled for. Or you put a hand on Cove's arm in show of support. I'm gonna do the last one. Last one seems to work. Yeah. He gave you a grateful smile, and Kyra cooed at the two of you. I can wait. Mom! She finally let it drop, and you tried to move on. I can sleep on the couch. It's fine, I can sleep on the couch. Cove shook his head, dismissing the idea immediately. You're the guest. I'm not gonna take your bed. Well, I still don't want to take it from you, and I said it first. The two of you narrowed your eyes at each other stubbornly. Kyra took that as her cue to step in. My house, my rules, then. And you know who I have to side with. I'd like you to take the bed, Kyra. You hesitated a moment, but it seemed you had to accept the hospitality. With a small sigh, you gave in. Yeah, alright, cool. So, would you be okay with me sleeping on the floor in the room? I'd rather be there than out in the open in the living room, even if there is the couch. Yeah, I don't mind. But it's your room. I feel bad that I'm taking the bed in your room. Come on. The least I can let you do is just stay there. Just saying. Kyra giggled softly, drawing your attention back to her. All funny stuff aside, you need to get some sleep for tomorrow. Seems like you're setting yourselves up to not get any. I know it sounds really captious? I think that's it. I don't know. But I'm a mom. I have to say these things. Come on. We're not little kids having a sleepover. We're responsible adults, right? Yes, very responsible. No, we're not. I say either yes, very responsible. No, we're not. Well, I am. Cove is, though I can't say the same for myself. You simply smiled at me, and, no, I'm not doing the last one. This one's just funny. I'm gonna go with this. This is just funny. It's just funny to me. With a crooked smile, Cove shrugged and made a small amused sound. I'll leave it at that, then, for now. Just remember that the walls are thin in this apartment. Oh my god. If you can't settle down and sleep, I might have to separate you. We'll be good. What do you think we're gonna do? I'm like, remember, the walls are thin and I can hear you. I don't know why that's making me laugh. Okay, Kyra clasped her hands together, her bracelets softly tinkling against each other again. It's only getting later, so I better let you prepare for bed. You know? Oh. Well, that's nice. Now you could just sit back, relax, and unfortunately listen to my voice for a bit. But hey, you've done your duty for today. Take a chill pill. sit back, have some water or whatever drink you want to have at the moment. Just relax. But yeah, welcome back. I have, you've done your duty for today. 07 to you. I was reading. I swear to God, I'm gonna get sidetracked so often anytime I do anything at this point. She nodded towards the hallway and gave you a small smile. Anyway, I'll play hostess for a sec and show you where the bathroom is first, and where you'll be staying the night. I keep clicking the wrong damn thing. What is wrong with my fingers? It won't let me do shit. Thank you. God damn it. I'm like, I'm trying to proceed with the story, and instead I'm just clicking, I don't want to save yet. I'm fine. Damn, okay. You hoisted your travel bag back over your shoulder and followed behind Kyra and down the hallway. Cove shuffled along behind you, disappearing into the bedroom, while his mom had you go to the restroom. The apartment was small, but nicely decorated in soft, cool colors, with plenty of artwork hanging on the walls to give it character. Yeah, this is such an aesthetically pleasing house. Well, apartment. This is so pretty. I love it. I really like this blue wall. I really like the art pieces hanging on the blue wall as well. Like the contrast with the purple and pink and white. There's this soft blue wall. And yet somehow, some way, she was able to get pillows that also were in the same sort of like... It's not the same color, obviously, but it's in the same family of blue for those pillows. And it just works. And yet she also found a way to make this little shelf thing also around the same sort of that specific blue. Whether, I think it's a little darker than that, but it's like the same type of blue. It's so pretty. And I like the little yellow wall in the back, and then the green, and all of it just flows so nicely. I like this apartment a lot, and it's really pretty. Oh, and then the small aqua tiles that are just there by the kitchen. And it also works with the rest. This is just so pretty. It's just so pretty. Damn it. It was stylish and exactly what you would have expected from someone like Kyra. Fucking read, Kai. Oh, this is so cute. And it's nautical theme, which makes sense because Cove loves the ocean. Are those forget-me-nots back there? The blue flower with the white? I think that's a forget-me-not. Oh, but this is so cute. Oh my god. Cove. Ah. After being shown the bathroom and wishing Kyra a good night, you headed into the room and found Cove already there. He had changed into his sleepwear for the night as well. Looking around, you found the bedroom to look much the same as the rest of the apartment, but with small ocean elements. You were sure Cove must have enjoyed one when he stayed here. It's like I can't read. It's like my brain is broken. The words are right there. I know what they mean, yet somehow I don't. All in all, the hotel, it's a room. It says room. It clearly says room. Yet I see the word hotel in a separate line, and that's where my brain wants to go. I love when this happens to me. I love when I'm not reading properly. All in all, the room was pretty clean, though it almost looked more like a hotel guest room than a bedroom. Now I see it. Cove only spent a few weeks out of the year there, so it made sense that it wasn't especially lived in. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Oh, wow, I like the little bird thing. It's a nice shirt, damn. That type of shirt, and then on the bottom, I am a virgin. No. This is a nice shirt. I like the feathers. It also just kind of reminds me of like a dragon. Oh, I'm thinking of how to turn your dragon with this, aren't I? That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. and yet it has nothing to do with dragons. I swear, I'm just all over the place. The way my brain makes connections makes no sense to anyone else, but it makes sense to me, and I don't know. I don't know what's happening up there. What do you think? It's pretty nice, huh? Mom always keeps it clean and everything, even when I'm not here. That's sweet of her. Yeah, she's good like that. He seemed pleased enough with the response and gave you a small smile before opening the zip on his bag. When you went back to the room, you jumped in bed and under the covers, just as Cove was shuffling into his sleeping bag on the floor. "Aw, buddy, I feel so bad for taking your bed. I was trying to insist that you sleep on the bed, and I could sleep somewhere else. I could just take the couch. It's fine, but y'all both insisted I had the bed. The least I could let you do is just stay in your room, but I still feel bad about making you sleep on the floor. Just get in the bed. You can take one side, I can take the other. It's a big enough space." I don't know. You waited until he was settled in before you flipped off the lights, and a soft glow from the outside peeked through the blinds, casting shadows over the floor. You closed your eyes, blocking everything out. I feel like a jerk. Good night, man. The room grew quiet as the two of you wound down for the night, and you found yourself listening to the sounds of the city outside the window. The noise out there was so different than what you were used to back home. Cars zooming past and people out having fun, instead of crashing waves and the ocean winds cocooning your house in their embrace. Oh, I love that. That's so pretty. Dot. Cove shifted around in his sleeping bag, making the fabric crinkle loudly. "Dude, just get on the fucking bed!" "I've outgrown this thing. I should have checked it earlier, but the trip was kinda short notice." "Why don't we share?" It is big enough. It's fine." Fuck off, man. One bed trope indeed. Cove was perfectly still on his back, his eyes firmly fixed on the ceiling above him. "I told my mom I was gonna sleep on the floor." He sounded tense, though you hadn't meant for the offer to make him so. There is a perfectly good bed in the room that you both would fit in, and besides, you liked the idea of having him close. Oh? Okay. You've done it in the past. Why is it different? Yeah, I know, but it probably isn't the best idea right now. I was a pretty dumb kid.
Don't worry about it.
You're already doing me a big favor by coming here in the first place. Just let me do this one thing and give you the bed. That's what I want for this trip, okay? God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. I wanted the one bed trope. It's fine. Pursing your lips tight, you gave a small nod and admitted defeat. Alright, I'll have the bed. Fucking hell. Thanks, Cove. He made a small noise, but said no more. With an accepting sigh, you pulled up the covers under your chin and got comfortable. Fuck. I'm upset. It's fine. The next day dawned, bringing with it the sounds of birds chirping happily outside the window. Man. So close yet so far. So upset, man. You opened your eyes slowly, letting them adjust to the light as you tried to recall where you were, and remembering the unfamiliar sight of Cove's second bedroom. Yeah, we're saying he nudged you awake. Because let's be honest, I would not wake up on my own early enough for that. Rise and shine. Oh my god. You guys remember the meme of Rise and Shine for a hot bit? Now it's just, anytime I see those words, it's all I think of in my mind. I didn't even see the actual video. I just know the memes of it. Damn. It's just a simple phrase, but all I'm thinking of is the amount of memes people made about the words rise and shine. But I never watched the original video. It's like I knew what happened to Harambe, but I never watched the actual video. You know, back in like, what, 2016-ish? Only reason I'm thinking about that is because I watched a Smosh video earlier, and I'm like, wow, y'all both didn't know about Harambe? Y'all were just chronically offline? Yeah, no, I know a lot of memes, but the meme origin is just... I'm like, that's a lot of work. Trying to find the original thing. I'm just like, nah, I'll just see people make fun of it. It's just so much easier. But like, I'm not so chronically offline that I don't entirely know what the origins are. I just don't want to look for them. I'm lazy, man. Okay. Yeah, no, see. Thank you, Smoking Otter. I feel better about myself. Yeah, finding meme origins is hard. A lot more work than you're willing to put in. It's just easier to find the memes. Okay, Cove shook your shoulder, and you groaned dramatically, and buried your head beneath your pillow. 5 more minutes. No way. We've got to get started. Ah. Sitting up in bed, you let out a yawn and stretch your arms above your head. I feel like this is the one thing I'm actually going to end up doing. Let's say I feel okay. It's fine. I'm not tired, not refreshed, but I'm fine. It's fine. Considering the long drive the day before and the late night, you're feeling ready to get the day started. Fucking hell. Though you weren't as perky as him, his energy was infectious. Good morning. You pulled yourself out of bed, grabbing a fresh change of clothes and your toiletries before heading to the bathroom. After all that, you met Cove back in his room. Fucking hell. I just want to click the thing. I don't mean to click the other thing. It's fine. He was sitting on the floor when you entered, sorting through a bunch of stuff in a box, determining what to bring and what to leave behind. Hey, can you pull out the stuff from those drawers? You nodded, though he hadn't looked up from his task, so you knew he wouldn't have seen. Heading over to his drawers, you started the task of taking out various items and setting them on the ground in front of Cove. Oh hey, look! Oh, what is it? Woo! What do you want to show me, buddy? What's going on? When you turned towards the sound of Cove's voice, you found him digging through one of the drawers beneath the bed. Here's something I definitely need to bring. Neat. Craning your head, you got a better glance at what he was holding. Glimpse. I can say words. An old yellowing book. When he opened it up, there was a few dried pressed flowers between the pages. Words. English. God. Those had been gifts you'd given to him for his mom's place. Something for him to remember you by, and to make his time here less lonely. Aww. He kept them the whole time. Aw, sentimental. Yeah, I know. I was only lending you those. I think I'll take them back now, you joked. It's adorable that you care so much for them. You started to feel emotional. Of course you should take them. It's the middle one. It's adorable, man. Yeah, okay. He sighed, glancing between you and the items in his hand. They bring back some good memories. Yes! Ooh, okay. A faint flush of color crept over his cheeks, and he looked away quickly. These are special. It was important, having a piece of you with me when we were apart. Aw. I feel the same way. That's why I gave them to you. Aw. He smiled, pleased that the feeling was mutual, but the expression became more amused. And did you keep the souvenirs I brought back? Nope, you said joke. I'm gonna joke with y'all. He shook his head with a grin. Thanks. I mean, I'm gonna joke around with you. Of course I gave them. Another hour passed in silence, and you were happy to see you were making great progress with Cove's room, with only the closet left to sort through. You took a minute to take a mouthful of water from your bottle and perched on the edge of the bed, feeling productive. Cove glanced over at you and paused, putting down the tape gun he had been using to seal up his boxes. You raised an eyebrow. You know, it's strange to see you sitting in this room. Why? Thanks. Why? He frowned a little, his eyes distant and his voice quiet when he spoke next. Okay, I'm fine. I'm just freaking out. During the visits to Mom's, when I was sitting alone in this room, I'd sometimes think about how you weren't here. Oh my god! That's so cute. It's making my heart explode. Oh. It was a weird feeling at the time that you just weren't around. And now that you are here, in this exact place, I don't know how to explain the feeling. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh. Oh, man. I'm fine. I'm fine. Not really, but I'm fine. Oh. He shrugged it off and smiled a little, and as though he had said enough already and didn't want to risk sounding silly. Life is pretty confusing is all. I didn't know you thought about me when you were away. That's true, life makes no sense. I missed you so much when you were gone. I'm gonna say I missed you. Of course. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I feel like the best play there. His eyes crinkled as he looked at you solemnly, his eyes bright with emotion. I missed you too. All the time. It made you feel better to know that, somehow. To know that when you were stuck at home missing his company, that he was missing yours too. Aww. This makes my little heart happy. He looked away satisfied, heading over to the closet, and the last of the items to be sorted. Before long, every box, closet, and drawer had been thoroughly combed through, with the items either neatly packed up in boxes or organized and returned to their proper place. With a sigh of relief, you glanced around the bedroom and the work you had done together.
All right.
We're done. Good job to us. I'm gonna change out of my PJs for the drive. Yeah. That was so cute, though. I love that little moment between us. When the two of you headed out into the living room, ready to get everything finalized and hit the road, you found Kyra in the kitchen, pouring a cup of tea. Cove headed towards her, casually leaning against the counter that divided the two spaces. Hey, you didn't have to get up so early.
Come on.
Are you crazy? Of course I had to see you off before you go. You can't sneak away while I'm out cold. She beamed at him, and in all honesty, seemed more than happy to be up and getting ready for the day. Do you want some breakfast? I got some mussolini or eggs and toast and, oh, some of that fruity cereal you used to love. That's okay. We should really eat on the road. Aww. Aww. Kyra smiled sadly, a little disappointed. But she seemed to understand that your time was running thin. Thought you might say that. In that case, I packed you some snacks for the road. Even if you don't end up eating them, take it anyway, just in case. You can always feed them to Cliff when you get home. And tell him I said hi. She did say earlier that the walls are thin. And that we were going... When we said we could both be in the same room, she's like, just remember, the walls are thin and I can hear everything. Yeah, no. And then, of course, she got up early. Man, I'm also a little upset that, man, we didn't do anything. But it's fine. It's fine. It just needs time to progress a little more. I also think she got up early just to, like, be able to see her kids. Just to say bye. But no, to see the aftermath of, no, Mom, we didn't do it. Oh, that's so funny. Right? But I'm like... I was like, damn, I tried to share the bed with him. I tried to make my one bedroom dreams come true, and the game was like, no, fuck you. I'm not doing that for you. Fantasize sometime else. I was like, oh. It's okay. We got a cute little moment, though. Okay, we're almost done with this, and I cannot believe it has taken me about... Wow, it's taken me close to 2 hours to finish this one thing. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway. Cove laughed and shook his head, knowing his dad would have nothing more than to polish off whatever food Kyra had prepared for you. Man, me too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom. You really didn't have to. Okay. Thank you for the snacks. That's nice of you to organize this for us. This must be a mom thing to know stuff like that. Or I'll definitely eat whatever you've packed. Or you smiled quietly at her. I'm gonna go with the mom thing. It's just funny to me. I don't know why. It's such a mom thing to be able to do that, you know? Okay, Kyra smiled before resting her gaze on Cove fondly. One of the many pleasures of being a parent. Yeah, imagine though you never give your child the sex talk, but you're also just like, hey, remember, the walls are thin. I don't know. Ah, fuck, I skipped that. Okay, well, I'll help you get the car packed. Sure, thanks. The three of you got a move on, taking the boxes from Cove's bedroom and heading down to fill the back seat of the trunk until there was barely an inch left in the back and trunk. With all of you helping, it only took a couple of trips to move everything, and you were done before you knew it. Then, it was truly time to say goodbye. You convened back inside the apartment, where Kyra looked over the two of you with a quiet smile. It was great to see you both. Thank you for coming. She gave each of you a hug, and you felt a little sad that you hadn't been able to spend more time with her. Oh, it was good to see you too, Mom. Oh. Cove embraced her in return, the two of them holding on to each other for a few seconds longer. I'll miss you, but I'll visit again soon.
Of course.
You better! Hey, we should make plans for you to visit us too. I'll let you know when it's settled. Oh, I'd love that. Oh. Kyra bundled all the stuff she prepared into a bag and handed them over to you. You took a quick peek at what she had packed. There was fruit, nuts, seeds, hard-boiled eggs, and some veggie sticks. Oh, cute. Fucking hell.
Cool.
Oh, good. Oh, good to see we got some fresh fruit options now. The snacks I brought weren't. Kyra shook her head at him and let out a soft laugh, as though she wouldn't have expected anything else. I mean, yeah, of course. I seriously hope you're feeding yourself better than that at home. Yeah, of course. Just not on trips. I can live with that then. Aw, she looked over at him. She looked over him fondly, her eyes at last focusing on his face and filling with emotion. Aw, I'm gonna miss you, baby. Aw,
Me too.
me too. Aw. This feels like the best option. We'll all be together again before you know it. Yeah, I hope so. Kyra put an arm around you both, pulling you in tight to her sides for one final squeeze. Have a safe trip. We will. Aww. 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 Soon to be mother-in-law. We'll be back soon. I swear. You'll be back soon. The wedding's gonna happen eventually. You just gotta wait. You just gotta wait. You know? I'm so sorry. I'll leave soon, I swear. Okay. With a last goodbye, you exited the apartment. The Cove hesitated for a moment in the door, his expression distant. You weren't sure what he was doing, though you tentatively took a step towards him. Everything okay? Your voice seemed to bring him back to earth, and he shook his head to clear his thoughts, his green hair swaying from side to side.
Come on.
Yeah, let's go. With that, the two of you headed back down to the car, ready to make the long trip home. Soon enough, you were on the wide open road with a car full of Cove's things, and only one destination: Sunset Bird, California. The drive went as smoothly as it could be expected, with the morning slowly creeping into midday as the miles flew by. The day flew by in a whirl of open road and sunshine, and before you knew it, it was early afternoon. By that point, you had already crossed the state line. Cove announced he planned a little stop on the way home. Okay. He was quite pleased with himself as you arrived at the precipice. Oh. The Redwood National Park. Okay, cute. Cute. We're prolonging the trip because we don't want to go home yet. It's just the two of us. No teasing. Okay. Love that for us. Shaded behind a canopy of enormous redwood trees, you drove along. This is pretty. Oh. When Cove parked the car, you pushed the door to get out, and the first thing you did was look up. Enormous redwood trees surrounded you on all sides, their massive trunks shooting straight up into a canopy of foliage overhead. There were too many of them to count, stretching on and on as far as you could see. You squinted against the sunlight that was peeking through the leaves and dancing on the paths around you. It's great, right? He smiled at you from over the roof of the car before glancing around the place fondly. Remember the trip our families took here that one summer? It was cool going on a journey and seeing the forest in person, even if we didn't stay very long.
So,
And I guess we can stay for even less this time. But, oh well. A great place to rest. A great place to rest in case Titan show. Could make good use of the Oh my God. Okay, smoking otter. That's funny. Oh my god. The Titans are gonna show up, and we just gotta hide in the trees. Hide in the trees. Don't look for me. Oh man. I feel like now should be a great time to say I've never watched Attack on Titan, but all of my friends do, and they keep trying to get me to watch, and I'm like, I'll watch eventually, and then I just never do. I feel like they'd be mad at me of saying like, no, I'll watch eventually, and then eventually on my deathbed, don't worry, I'll watch Attack on Titan one of these days. I feel like that's gonna end up being my life. I feel like that's an actual thing that's gonna happen. I'm so sorry for everybody that's ever recommended me animes to watch. I have a feeling like I'm never actually gonna watch them, but I do want to watch them. Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed Attack on Titan, and like the friends I have also know, like they know me pretty well. I like action stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I could enjoy it. I don't know. But no, a lot of people, they recommend me to, like, you should watch this anime because I know you like this thing and there's this thing. And here's, like, the inspiration for another thing I know you liked and you watched. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. And then I just never do. Yeah, Attack on Titan just seems like an enormous undertaking to do because it just feels like that's a lot of time and effort that I don't think I'm willing to put in just yet. But we'll see. We'll see, you know? I'm glad you enjoyed it, Smoking Otter. So, yeah. Just, you know, now that, like, Hulu and Disney Plus have, like, combined, I could technically watch Orion Host Club now. Question is, do I want to? Right? It's like, you have to watch it in order as it goes on, and it's just like it's so much effort, and like I don't know. One of these days, if I ever decide to like take the time out of my day, I'll probably watch it. Here's the thing, my friends also read the manga or manga, however you're meant to pronounce it, of a lot of the animes they're also recommending me, because they're like, oh, you should read the manga and then watch the show. And I'm like, you're acting like we have all the time in the world for me to do that. No. I don't know, man. Anime is like a lot to do, and it's such a huge undertaking to do that if you're not already watching it, trying to get into it just feels like so much more effort than I'm willing to put in. Okay, if you didn't watch it back in the day, it's not 100% the same experience. Yeah. Yeah, it's like everybody loves to do theories, hence why, like, you know, game theory, MatPat, and all that stuff. By the way, I hope MatPat is enjoying his retirement. I do really like the new host of, you know, game theory, film theory, food theory, and style theory. Like, there are so many things where people are like, you watch all of this show as it was coming out, and then you waited for the amount of time in between episodes or in between seasons where you could just be like, oh, I think this is going to happen, or based off this, and that other thing, this could happen, or it's like, you know, it's fun to build theories about what you think is going to happen, what you think it's trying to do. Like, I remember that. But anime feels like such a huge thing, where I'm like, if you aren't already deep in the fandom of, like, any sort of anime, it's such a hard thing to get into when you're an outsider. Like, it just has to be intrinsically something you're already doing. That's what it feels like when it, like, you try to do stuff with anime. So when people are, like, recommending, like, oh, you should watch this, or you should watch this, it's like, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. And especially nowadays where, like, binging is such a big thing. I don't don't know. It kind of feels like it's also taking the fun away from it. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad about all of them recommending me because I'm like, it probably would be something I enjoyed, but it's just not happening. It does feel very daunting as an outsider, but I'm like, I can see why you would recommend it just based off of the general thing I've seen around it, but like, I don't know. Yeah, like, imagine you wanted to get into One Piece, right? Is One Piece still going on? I'm pretty sure it's still going on. And it's like, there's so much to catch up on. You'd be taking years and you'd still be behind everybody. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Smoking Otter, for that. Because it just feels very daunting to get into anime when you haven't been into anime before. Yeah? It's fine. It's fine. Just, I feel bad when I keep getting recommendations, because it's something that they really like, and they also think I'll like, and I'd love that. I love when we get to share fandoms together, and we get to do that. I love, the idea of sharing something that's so important to you, that, hey, I'm willing to show this to somebody else, because I think you'll like it. I feel like that in itself is a form of a love language, almost. Because there is some sort of vulnerability that you're willing to share, just being like, hey, here's this thing that I really like that I hope you like too. But anime, man, anime. It's a big thing. I can appreciate it as an outsider, but like, I can't commit to that type of thing. Like, if I recommended for you guys to watch a Ghibli movie, it's entirely different than me recommending like a TV show or like a series of books to read. That's an entirely different thing. I don't know. It feels like that type of vibe, you know? Okay, I should probably get back. We are so close to finishing this. But yeah, no, that's just it. One of these days, probably will carve out time. Oh, really? Back in the day? Man, has One Piece just ruined stuff for anime? Because it's just like, there's so much to keep track of, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do that. Because, I'd like to have a life outside of it. It's just, yeah. Damn. It's like a One Piece type of situation. Damn, now I'm really not gonna watch Attack on Titan. So sorry for people who do love it. It looks like a good anime. I've seen the merch. I have bought merch for a friend based off of that. Damn, I could never do that. Oof. Okay, it just seemed like a good time to stop by. Who knows? Who knows when we'll get another chance? Oh, damn. Please, let's say we're pleased. I didn't even get to read it. I've seen stuff about Demon Slayer. I don't know if Demon Slayer is also like a One Piece type of situation. One Piece feels like it's never gonna end. And like, didn't One Piece also get a live action Netflix show? Or movie? Like, it's never ending, and it keeps getting more and more stuff to watch, and it's like, no. Yeah, I don't know. I know, like, if you get into Naruto, it's not just Naruto itself, it's like all of the other spin-offs. Your series about One Piece starts and stops with the idea about a kid wearing a hat. Okay. I know the main character's name from One Piece. purely because of Filza. I watch Filza sometimes. He's just nice to put on. I think his name is Luffy or Luffy, something like that. And he wears a hat and he's a pirate. And everybody's trying to get the One Piece, whatever that is. But there's a bunch of pirates trying to get One Piece. That's all I know about the show. And it's very unwilling knowledge. I didn't want to learn about this, but I did. So, take that as you will. It was a beautiful place to stretch your legs and take in some fresh air. There'll be more chances in the future, I promise. Cove smiled, shoving his hands in his pocket and dipping his head. I'm gonna hold you to that. Okay. The two of you walked around for a while, completely dwarfed by the sheer scale of the redwoods. It kind of put your view of yourself and everything in a strange perspective. Okay. I'm 4'11". Everything is fucking taller than me. Imagine standing next to a redwood tree. I would literally just be a dot next to that beanpole of a tree. It's giant. I don't know. You took in a lungful of clean forest air, listening to the sounds of bird song. Okay, I assume bird songs, but okay. The cool breeze rustling through the underbrush, taking advantage of the space to move around freely. However you felt about being there, it was a totally different scene than sitting in that old car for hours and hours. We're gonna walk closer to him. I'm just saying. He seemed tense when you approached, but he didn't move away. Ooh. Eventually, he relaxed a little, and the two of you walked along in a comfortable silence. Okay, being here again, you couldn't help but reminisce on what else had happened during the trip you had taken here all that time ago. There were a lot of things that reminded you of it recently. You looked over at Cove, who seemed to be lost in the peace of the place, and you wondered if any of it crossed his mind. Smiling at the sight, you thought back on what had been a highlight of that long-gone vacation. Okay, a bird stole your okay, you spent the night in the loft together. Elizabeth teased us their families were so close. How do I want to play this? Do I reminisce about the time when we used to share beds? I don't think the second one would be a good one. I'm gonna go with the last one. Let's make them laugh. Make them laugh. Make them laugh. Don't you know everybody loves to laugh? Sorry. This is just the one thing that crossed in my mind. Anyway, Cove instantly started laughing at the memory of the bird taking off with Mr. Holden's sandwich. After all these years, it was still a once-in-a-lifetime sight. Poor Dad. He could never catch a break. You continued chatting about the trip a little while longer, about the things you had seen and done and even eaten. A lot of the memories Cove had of the trip were similar to your own, but you were also surprised to hear a few other things from his point of view. So much had happened that there was no shortage of things to talk about. The place certainly had a nostalgic quality about it. Your spirits were light as you ambled past information boards and picnic areas. But before long, you decided it was time to bring the short stop to an end and head back to the car to get on the road again. Cove sighed as he finally reached the vehicle, jangling the keys in his hands before unlocking the doors. Well, I wish we didn't have to go, but We're going to be responsible and not stay longer than we should. How grown up of you. He smiled slightly, and with that, the two of you jumped into the car, buckled in, and he put it in drive. This is a long, long thing, man. I was not expecting it to be this long. Okay, you were getting closer and closer to town as the sun started setting, though we're still far enough away that the radio stations were unfamiliar to you. I like seeing your opinions in the chat. It's interesting to read. You're welcome to backseat on this relationship as much as you'd like. Miss Singles on. I am curious though, Smoking Otter, about your miss signals and opportunities. Because let's be honest, I also have a lot. If I'm being honest, never been in a relationship, but I had a lot of almost relationships. So, keyword being almost. As much as it breaks my heart, it's a lot of almost. We're just guessing what feels right at the moment. But hey, self-healing, self-love, whatever happens, you're welcome to backseat on this relationship as much as you like. I don't mind. Okay. Cool. Oh, okay. Never think I've seen his side profile. Attractive man. Anyway, Cove twisted the dial this way and that, before stumbling onto a station with a song he seemed to like. That was a rare gift from the fates in a sea of static, strange radio jockeys, and grating tunes. Oh, he's smiling, yay! His face immediately brightened at the sound of it, and he drummed his fingers along the bottom of the steering wheel happily. Sitting back in his seat, he bobbed his head and shimmied his shoulders in time to the tune, all while mouthing along to the words. Occasionally, he lifted one hand from the wheel to gesture with his fingers for a specific line. Smiled, chuckled, shook your head. I'm gonna sing along with him. Let's go. I was like, man, if you're gonna start a karaoke session in this car, let's fucking go. I'm here for it, man. Okay, Cove raised a pleased eyebrow at your vocalization. Yay! Emboldened by you, Cove decided to speak the words rather than lip syncing. Your voices mixed together, slowly creeping louder and louder as you belted out the words to the song. Yeah, man, I'm just saying. If you want to start a karaoke session in a car, let's make it as loud as fucking possible. It's just the two of us. Can't be embarrassed. You know me. I'm embarrassing it myself. Okay. Every now and then, a word would be sung wrong, and by the end, you were both laughing too much to continue. The song ended, and Cove reached over to start cycling through the radio stations again. Upon finding nothing tolerable, he flipped the dial off in defeat and leaned back in his seat with a sigh. Aw. You rested your head on your hand and stared out the window as the sky darkened, watching the landscape slowly melt into more familiar views. The miles went on, and any energy you had earlier was beginning to drain away. Aw. You imagined home and your family. You'd be there together soon. You know, I spent all these years living in Sunset Bird and taking a few weeks each summer visiting my mom in that second room. That's not gonna happen anymore. Not really. No, I can still see my parents, but the way it all works between us has changed forever. He paused, the silence stretching. A serious look settled on his face, his thoughts far away. I'm excited to be on the brink of a real adulthood. I'm worried about how things will be in the future. I feel the same about my parents too. You should lighten up. I'm not gonna say nothing. I want to say I feel the same about my parents too. It's just, yeah. It just, out of all of them, just feels right, you know? I know they'll always be there for me. We don't really have the same relationship we used to. Cove's mouth pulled into a tight line, and he gave a small nod. You got the feeling that he understood how you felt. Cove stared straight ahead, down the long, long road. The path looked like it never ended from where you were, but that wasn't true. Eventually, he found a few more words to say.
I'm so glad.
I think it's good we were able to do this trip without any parents or chaperones. It was just us. We did it all. I don't know. I feel a little more independent now. A little more ready for what's ahead. Okay? Honestly, I'm not sure I'll ever be ready. Honestly, yeah. The thought of leaving home, my mom's, it's scary. Cove sighed solemnly. The topic seemed to wear on Cove, and he made an attempt to find something else to speak on. So, I'm kind of sad about getting back. I'm gonna miss having you right there tonight. Oh? He grimaced and leaned forward. His shoulders tense and his eyes hyper-focused on the road ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound weird or anything. It's just nice to hang out. It's okay. You can tell me you also want to spend time with me as much as possible. I'd also love to do that. It's fine. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's only weird if you make it weird, man. That isn't strange. I can understand it. Cove gave you a small smile, one that you returned, and the two of you fell into more comfortable silence. The sky outside grew ever darker as the hours passed by, the stars blinking on like tiny fireflies painted onto a canvas of blue. That's such a pretty way of describing this. Ugh. Love the writing in this. I'm so invested. Okay, the scenery continued, transitioning between open roads, industrial areas, and beach downs, becoming increasingly recognizable as time went on. You felt somewhat disconnected from the world around you as you watched it through your window, your tired mind growing hazy. It was a strange, reflective feeling, but peaceful nonetheless. Soon enough, the world will return to you, and you find your feet firmly on the ground. It couldn't be helped. The adventure would end. Life could continue, but your memories would linger on. Okay, just DLC stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna click yeah. I can't do anything else because it's all DLC stuff. Anyway. Oh. Wow, I've been streaming for the past 2 hours. Holy shit. Okay. I'm gonna finish this last bit. And then we're gonna stop stream for the day. I'm gonna end stream soon. So, yeah. We'll stop. Okay. Sue. Moths bounce against your window, attracted by the light of your room, a siren call, and the slowly darkening sky. Just as the day was coming to an end, so too would summer. Liz would be moving back into the dorms before long. Luckily, Lee had been able to come stay for a short trip before her own new journey began. She'd officially been accepted to her first choice college a few weeks ago. This is her last chance to see you all in person for. You flick through the pans for the next few months, realizing that you didn't even know when you'd have the opportunity for everyone to be in the same place again. Aww. It was hard to think that you'd likely be seeing even less of your cousin going forward, but you were delighted that she was pursuing her dreams. While you were still with each other, your family was going to have dinner together. As ever, the Holdens were tagging along too. Cove! Tropical or Chinese? I'm gonna go with a tropical place. Yeah. You hadn't really discovered the tropical restaurant until you were a bit older, but everyone's enthusiasm had resulted in so many trips that you'd more than made up for the last time. Okay. Liz and Lee were excited to squeeze another trip before setting off again. Technically, you were getting ready to go out, though your mind was only half on the task. It was a pleasantly warm evening, the kind that epitomized the vacation feeling, and you were in no mood to spoil it by rushing around. While idly gazing at your room, you spotted a small cluster of unopened envelopes. That must have been left for you by a parent earlier. Oh? We got letters? Oh? Okay. You headed over to the table to flick through for anything of interest. As a child, any correspondence felt exciting due to its rarity. You recognize now that most of it was mundane, but you were checking any mail you got more regularly of late. Fuck. Damn, I skipped over that by accident. It's fine. So sorry. You stopped at a crisp white envelope. The logo proudly proclaimed the sender, a school you'd applied to. Okay, we're gonna take a deep breath and read it. Just get out the nerves. This next step would take nerve. You close your eyes as you breathe deeply, air slipping through your lips as you opened your eyes once more. You pulled apart the glue flap on the front of the envelope and extracted the letter. Your eyes darted over the message, rushing past the pleasantries to get to the heart of the matter. The blood pounding in your ears deafened you to the world outside that was contained within these letters. Your heart skidded to a halt as you read your verdict. You'd been accepted! Yes! Ecstatic! We did it! We did it, guys. We got accepted. I'm so happy for us. I don't even know what the college was, but I'm so happy for us. Yay! Oh god, I'm so happy. So happy for us, man. Okay. Bouncing on the balls of your feet, you pressed the letter to your chest as your excitement bubbled over. Dude, Cove has to be the first to know. We have to make our best friend know this, man. Wasting no time, you pulled up his number on your phone and rang your closest friend. You pressed your phone to your ear, waiting impatiently for the dull ringing to be replaced with Cove's voice. It took a few rings, but you were in luck. Cove picked up the call. Hey! Hi! You blurted out the news. You blurted your news without the customary preamble of a greeting. I got in! The school!
Seriously?
What? You heard him gasp before continuing, openly gushing over your good fortune. That's amazing! It's incredible! You did it! Congratulations! There's another pause as you and Cove both marveled over the announcement. No, seriously, this is really, really big, and you deserve it so much. I know it'll be good for you. Thanks. I just had to tell you right away, as soon as I knew. You heard Cove chuckle softly over the phone. Thanks, I appreciate it. Oh. You wanted to gush about the adventure lined up for you. A dream that you transform into a plan that was soon to become your reality. But your hopes were temporarily dashed as Mom called up from downstairs. It's almost time to go. Are you ready? Oh. You covered your phone with your free hand and turned away from the device, not wanting to deafen Cove. The yell was intended to reach another floor of your house, not an ear that was virtually inches away. Coming! You brought your mouth back to the phone. I've got to go. I'll see you soon. Yeah, and there's something I want to tell you too. But we can do that later. Fuck. We're about to have dinner together. Fuck. I want to know what he wanted to say. No, wait. That piqued your interest. Ah! No, I want to know what he has to say now. Damn. Okay. That piqued your curiosity. But you exchanged goodbyes and hung up. Hurriedly, you finished getting ready for dinner, acutely aware that time was against you. Despite that, you didn't regret the time you spent on the phone. It had all been worth it to speak to Cove. I mean, now we gotta tell the family. You tore down the stairs, your feet barely touching the ground as you leapt from one step to the next. Your arrival, which compensated for excessive speed by creating a riot of noise, caught Mom's attention. Someone's hungry. Her eyes were twinkling, amused as she let you catch your breath. So, what's the rush for? I got in! The school! Mom whooped, holding out a hand for a high five. Fantastic. Nice! Yeah! The commotion had summoned the other women from various corners of the house. Liz looked up from her book, grinning, as Lee hurried over. Ma swept in from the side, wrapping an arm around your shoulders and squeezing you close. Good job. That's wonderful, sweetie. Hey, let me in on the hug. She wrapped her arms around you both without waiting for an invitation. Liz, her book neatly abandoned on the floor, tapped your hands in applause as she walked up to you. Good job. I'm so happy for us, man. Lee didn't hide her excitement, openly jumping for joy as she treated you to thunderous applause. Seriously? It's amazing! You're going to be amazing. That's nice, but you shouldn't just stand there. Yeah, there's room for everyone. Your moms opened up the hug, both keeping an arm around you as they each held out another to invite Liz and Lee in. Giggling, Lee dove into the hug. Liz rolled her eyes, but allowed herself to be beckoned into the group hug. Your mom squeezed everyone together tightly. Mom's long hair brushed against your face as she turned to check the clock. Let's go. We can take this party on the road. We've got to head out for dinner soon. Nodding, you were aware that your attempts to finish getting ready had been cast aside in favor of congratulating you. I have a couple more things to do first. I have to do a couple more things first. It won't take long. You hurried back upstairs. Though getting ready to go out was the issue at hand, you couldn't stop your thoughts from drifting back to the future. Your mind was buzzing over the news you'd receive and everything that soon would unfurl. Everyone piled into the car. While it was marketed to be suitable to hold 5 people, in practice, it made for a very tight fit. Your moms, sitting at the front, were fine. You, Liz, and Lee were squished into the back. Lee in the middle, wedged between you and your sister. But Mom was an excellent timekeeper. Thanks to her efforts, you pulled up near the restaurant on time. The process of getting out of the car was slightly easier than squeezing into it, with much less coordination required to release seatbelts than to secure them. You gave Lee a hand as she clambered out from the middle seat, then headed into the building as a group. A waiter greeted you as you entered. Ma let him know how many of you there would be in total, and he went to arrange a table that met your needs. He returned promptly to guide you to your seats. You perched comfortably in your chair, your head held aloft as if buoyed by today's good fortune. Your family settled down around you, all cheerful and looking forward to the evening ahead. Your drinks order had just been taken when the Holdens came through the door. They were pointed in your direction, though with Mom waving a hand in the air, it was hardly necessary. Cove and Mr. Holden came to join you at the table. As greetings were exchanged, Cove took a seat opposite to you. It had been left empty by unspoken acknowledgement that you and Cove would be wanting to sit together. Mr. Holden sat beside him, of course.
Hi.
It's great to see you. Glad you could make it. Hello, everyone. You wouldn't believe how hungry I am. You came to the right place then. There was some laughter. The Grizz groaned playfully, shaking her head at Mom's sense of humor. Growing up, she'd complained, and Mom would have responded by making another comment. Liz had mellowed out over the years, though she still made a show of despairing at Mom's jokes. Her reaction to them had become a joke on its own right. Menus were soon passed around, and a temporary hush fell over the table as everyone read. But it didn't take long. It didn't last long, punctured by comments about what people had eaten here before and light chatter about what people were considering tonight. Once the waiter disappeared with your orders, Cliff piped up.
Okay.
So, I got some good news. Kyra's making a trip out here tomorrow. Cove nodded, turning from his father to the rest of the table. Yeah, we talked about it and figured this was a good time for everyone. Yay!
Very nice.
That's great! Everyone reacted positively to the news, though Ma looked wistful.
It's a shame.
If only we'd known. Here we are, having a big meal without her. If we waited one day, she could have joined us. Mom patted Ma on the back, gently nudging her from the realm of possibilities and what-ifs, and back to the evening that was going so well. Chin up. Lee and Liz will still be here tomorrow. We'll just have to throw another get-together and keep the fun train chugging along. Ma smiled warmly, taking Mom's hand in hers. That's true. There's plenty to celebrate right now, but there will be more good news and good times on the horizon. Right, and speaking of, that's not all we've got either. Mr. Holden's eyes were alight as he sat up straight in his chair, face angled towards the sun. Oh! He barely let a beat go by before nudging Cove with his elbow, pushing him to follow up on the announcement. He was the very picture of a proud papa. Cove shied away from the limelight, ducking his head down and staring at his lap as he spoke. It's just, I switched from working to full-time instead of only part-time. Plus, I've been looking at apartments. There's a few I can choose from. He flicked his gaze up at everyone around the table, a smile creeping over his face. I'll be pretty busy going forward. Apartments. He was moving! Cove was going to move out of his dad's house. After 10 years, he wasn't going to be your neighbor anymore. Mr. Holden gripped one of Cove's shoulders and gave it a loving shake. His excitement couldn't be contained. Incredible! Cove's actually going to make it to adulthood. It's a miracle. No. Mr. Holden leaned back in his chair, staring up at the ceiling in mock wonder.
I'm so glad.
I wasn't convinced I'd be able to rear a kid all the way to this point, but thankfully, I lucked out and got the best boy a dad could have asked for. Aw, Dad. Cove blinkered his vision from with his hands on the side of his face, temporarily blocking his father from sight. Despite his genuine bashfulness, which left him unable to meet anyone's eyes after all the attention thrust his way, he was happy. Thanks. I was really lucky too. You're a good dad.
Aww.
No, come here. Cove threw an arm around Cove's neck, pulling him into as close of a hug as the seating allowed. He rubbed his cheek on the top of his son's head while Cove chuckled, accepting the affection with good humor. Oh, Ma leaned over and whispered in your ear. Her fingertips brushed against your cheeks. Would you like to tell Cove and Mr. Holden what you told us earlier? Technically, Mr. Holden was the only one who didn't actually know at this point. But your mom didn't find out about your call with Cove. Sure, I guess. Your mouth was parched, your tongue sandpaper against the roof of your mouth. Though you took a sip of your drink, the relief was short-lived. There's something I'd like to mention too, if it's okay. Of course! I've got my acceptance letter today. I'll be going to college soon. Mr. Holden gave you a thumbs up.
Good.
Impressive. You're a good kid. The world's your oyster. Oysters are disgusting. Ugh. I hate the slimy texture. And it's supposed to just taste like the ocean. No, thank you. Cove grinned at you from across the table. He was still pleased for you, despite this not being the first time he's heard about it. He looked around at the faces of the company here. He'd been on this journey with everyone here for years, seen them falter and grow. Oysters are disgusting, man. Yeah, and they had watched you go through the same. Now, you were striking on a new path. Cove was leaving his family home. Liz was heading back to college, while Lee was starting at hers. You were all heading in different directions, to different destinations, some near and some far. But it wouldn't be long until you were all going your own way. I would say bittersweet. That's bittersweet, man. You turned your head to the side, wistful, not wanting to spoil the evening with your troubles. You were glad that everyone was succeeding, but the idea of splitting up gave you a twinge of regret. Yeah. These people had been key pillars in your life. Days ahead without them, no matter how bright and shiny, felt a little empty, like a theme park after closing time. We're gonna focus on the sweet side. Sweet side. New adventures were still ahead, and you could encourage that enthusiasm. Cove brought some attention to himself with a clearing of his throat and a small interjection. I'm gonna stretch my legs while we're waiting for the food and everything. Sure thing, bud. With a tiny smile, he nodded at his dad, but the lightness to his expression faded when he moved to face you. Wanna come? He was attempting to be subtle, but there was obviously something on his mind. Something he wanted to talk to you about alone. You watched him with concern as he rose from your seat. Yeah, I'll go. Take care. With those parting words, the two of you walked about the place. He was trying to get as far away from everyone else as possible without actually exiting the building. You waited for him to talk. You were sure he would. Cove started pulling at the hem of his shirt. He turned his head back to face you, but it was an awkward moment. Or movement. Well, I wanted to talk to you one-on-one about all this. You know, my work, moving. That's what I meant when we talked before dinner. I mean, it was coming before, but now it's pretty much here. Yeah, it's exciting. Cove stopped picking at his shirt, and he seemed to respond well to that response. He was relieved you weren't upset about it. Glad you think so. But he looked down, his brows furrowed. You saw his hand shift from his clothes to instead rub at his arm. Are you looking forward to it? I am. Well, I'm trying to be. He ducked his head further, and you saw his face start to redden. But it's scary. I don't want things to end. Come on, you don't need to worry. You're going to do great things. So you're saying you're going to dress up as the future for Halloween. I'm going to say you're going to do great things. Yeah. You're so nice to me. Cove then turned his head away and wrapped his arms around himself. You felt a sudden chill that definitely wasn't caused by the air conditioners. No! I was just thinking, yes. Are we really gonna stay friends? Oh, buddy. His words came out hesitantly. He didn't want to ask this. He didn't want to know. I'm not just talking about today, but forever. Always. Even if things change later, right now, do you feel we can make it? Or do you think we can't last? That one day we'll have to move on? Okay, let's keep calm. Because I feel like the others, he's not going to respond well. If we were worried as him, if you got mad at him, it's just not going to end well for us. So we're going to keep calm. Like, it's understandable. We're all going in different directions. You still want to make sure we can all stay friends. I think we can do it, though. Okay. You understood his concern. It was definitely hard to imagine what would happen. However, you didn't let yourself get upset. I want it to be forever. I'll make sure we always are. I'm gonna go with the second one. Because, like, out of all of these, this is the one that's like, I'm going to actively choose to make sure that we never fall apart. You were going to keep things up. There was no way you were going to let this fall down the wayside. Considering the fact that his concern is like, oh, do you think we'll still be friends in the future? I was like, I'm going to make sure, no matter what happens, that we will still be friends, no matter what. Smoking otter. I feel like instead of grab him and hug him, you just gotta grab him as close as possible. Lean up slightly, whisper in his ear, and say that exact line. Just be, even though we'll be far apart, I won't let the distance come between us. Here's the thing, it'd be great. It's like, even though we'll be far apart physically, we'll never be far apart from each other's minds. Like, we may not physically be together always, but you will always be here. You will always have a special place in my heart. And I will never, ever replace you with anyone else. Like, you are always going to be there. You know? But damn, how do I romance the man when the options aren't giving me the romance options? Anyway, Cove laughed with a delicate smile on his face. Okay, you win. Okay, I wanted to prepare myself for the horrifying unknown, but you're kind of giving me no choice. But to be optimistic here, yes, I'm going to force my optimism on you. And it's not going to be toxic. It's not toxic positivity. It's genuine positivity because I believe we can make it. We'll last forever. His eyes sparkled with mischief. Oh no. Strong armor. That's right. Oh no, I can't believe you're gonna... You being forced to have hope about life. Happy to hear that. You're welcome, you sniggered. I feel like I'm gonna go with the middle one. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. Out of all of them, it feels right. His eyes twitched up at your consideration. Thanks for listening to me. It helped. You felt pleased that his anxiety had eased after talking it out. Cove watched you with affection written plainly across his face. Oh, I'm just so what? So... Well? His eyes darted to the table full of your families. Damn it. He was getting uneasy again. Oh, but he seemed determined when his gaze came back to you. Could we talk again? Even further away? Like, outside? You were intrigued and nodded at his words. We can go. Thanks, it's important to me. Okay, I'm freaking out, but with that, you left the restaurant and went out onto the sidewalk. A couple of cars drove by on the main street, and the breeze hit your face. Oh my god, are we getting a confession? Oh my god, I'm not even dressed that nicely. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. Cove prepared himself to speak his mind. Whatever else he wanted to say after that was trapped in his throat. You watched patiently as his mouth slowly closed moments after nothing else followed. Cove took a deep breath and then another. His gaze clung onto you, laser focus. There's something I've wanted to tell you about. Oh my god. Okay. About something that I've realized. His voice shook, and there was no mistaking the fear in his blue eyes. Goosebumps broke out across your skin, and you subconsciously started wiping your sweaty palms on the side of your hip. But I haven't said it. I'm not very good at talking about this. Your chest was sore from how hard your heart was beating, but it continued to drum faster and faster. The world around you seemed to slow as you realized Cove was waiting for you to say something. It's okay, you can tell me. I'm not forcing him to say anything. I'm not gonna guess. I'm just gonna let things happen. That seemed to be exactly what Cove needed to hear. He smiled softly, and you watched his shoulders start to relax. Cove's expression hardened. His hands balled into fists. He said your name boldly, but then his confidence falters as he stared deeply into your eyes. Only a squeak came out next. He frowned wobbly, and his face became a dark red. It was plain on his face that his nerves were spiraling. Then Cove froze completely. You waited for him to compose himself. Instead, he crumbled forward, burying his face in his hands. No! It's okay, buddy. You got this. I believe in you. You just need to relax and calm down. You know, I'm always here for you, buddy. Damn, I'm nervous for him right now. I'm nervous for both of us right now. I feel like I shouldn't be, but I am. Okay. Okay. He can't do it. Not yet, you realize. Feeling disappointed. Aww.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Fuck. Mr. Holden there's impatient. But Miss the monster. Will you two do the monster mash together? Oh my god. Oh man, I feel like I should just scream. You want to do the monster mash? It's just us. Oh my god. Will you two do the monster mash together? Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, you're so funny. Ah. It's fine. Cove continued to hang his head in defeat, but he knew it would take at least one more chance for him. He started on his way, but it was always a struggle for Cove to fully take that next step. I'm not gonna say exasperated, I said. I'm not gonna sigh at him. Well, if it hadn't happened, it would have been weird, right? I'm gonna say I understand. No, I'm gonna have a few pats. It broke your heart to watch Cove get like that. You didn't want to further upset or overwhelm him, so you did your best to comfort him. Stepping forward, you delicately patted the middle of his back. You were certain that you felt him trembled. That worried you, so you stopped. Awkwardly, you glanced back at the restaurant for a moment. Finally remembered what had originally brought you to this place. We should probably go back inside, right? We've been out here for a while. Oh wait, let me move my thing up here a little. I'm upset. I am upset, man. Just damn. It's fine. I'm just upset. Cove continued to hide his face, and you just barely caught his meek nod. That was better than nothing. Right? It's like, I'm not surprised that this would happen, but damn it, I wanted something to happen. Should not have got my hopes up, but like... Oh man. I mean, I know there's more to this game after this, but damn, man. It's fine. There's still more. It's fine. Cove continued to hide his face. I don't know. That was better than nothing. You started making your way over to the restaurant door. Within moments, you realized that you could only hear the sound of your own footsteps on the pavement. You stopped and turned, seeing Cove standing in the same spot and position. It's okay. It's okay, Cove. When you're ready to invite me to the Bone Zone up here. I feel like that's a little too bold for our darling Cove here. It's like, whenever you're ready. Whenever you want. You don't have to physically say anything. You could also do something. Just whenever you feel ready. be here waiting and listening. Cove. Yeah, he'd faint as soon as you like bring that up, because I'm like, buddy. I don't know, it's like, yeah, like whenever you're ready. Whatever you want to say. It's fine. Slowly he lifted his head out of his hands. From a distance, you couldn't quite make out his expression. No, I can't. I'm not doing this. Oh? Finally he moved. He approached you at a brisk pace, stumbling a bit. When he got close enough, Cove dropped his hands on your shoulders! The determination had returned to his features. He leaned his head down to look at you in the eye. I'm always like this. I panic and I quit partway through. His voice shook a bit at the beginning, but as he lowered to a hushed tone, it evened out. Oh, a shiver shot down your spine as you watched tears well up in his eyes. I'm so scared. Oh, buddy. Things changing and new stuff happening. Just everything you have to deal with living a life. I'm just going to take a nice little picture here. Okay, what I'm gonna do. I'm a little nervous about what he's gonna do. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take that. Yeah, okay. His voice cracked as he continued, though it didn't halt. But the worst of any of it is thinking about the future and not knowing if you'll be there. And I don't want to be afraid to say that. I don't want to be afraid of anything that has to do with us. Not when it comes to you. You're the one who makes me less afraid. When something is horrible, you can make it better. When I feel alone, you're what lets me know I'm not. Fuck. Sometimes I can't even remember what my life was before I moved here. Before you were in it. I was so little and it was such a long time ago. And it was so hard then. I mean, everything is changing and you just don't know and it's scary and just Oh, you know how it feels when the feeling of relationship becoming long distant? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Smoking Otter. I hate when that happens. It sucks and it's scary, but if you're willing to, both of you put in the effort. I mean, I don't know, man, this is hard. But I do remember those days. I'm sorry. Sometimes, you wish love could be just enough for a relationship, but unfortunately, it's not, unfortunately, it's just consistently wanting to put in the same effort, to consistently choose each other over everything. And in a long distance, it just feels, I think it would feel like immensely difficult to do it. But I'm sorry, it sucks when it doesn't work out and you still want it to. But, life happens and you move on. The scars are still gonna be there, but you know what? You now have that experience and now you get to know things about yourself a little better. I do remember those days when you were just kids running around the neighborhood. It was like my life had started over. Oh my god, I should make this exact thing the thumbnail. Yeah, I post the VODs over on YouTube just in case anybody can't, like, come. But this has to be the thumbnail. Okay, yeah, at least you've never had a terrible breakup. At least most of them have been amiable enough, right? So, it just sucks whenever that happens, you know? I'm gonna make this my thumbnail. There we go. There we go. Yeah. It was like my life had started over. It was a new beginning. And nothing feels more alive than you being there. Ah! Not just back then, but always. As much as he tried willing and blinking the tears away, they won. Big tears bubbled and burst from his eyes as they ran down his cheeks.
Jamie.
It's been fast first. Ah! I want to be with you. Holy shit, we did it. Holy shit, we did it. And he confessed first, not us. Oh my god. I want to be with you too, finally. You're incredibly... It's not the last one, because we've been wanting this. Finally feels too much. He actually said... We did it! Oh my god! I want to be with you too. Oh my god! Oh my god! What is happening to my voice? It's actually happening! Oh my god, we did it! Holy shit! It's happening! Oh my god! Here's the thing. I only recently, like in this last stage, at least the last 2 stages is when I started playing more into the crush of it all. Before, I was just genuinely trying to build out a good relationship or like a good friendship, to now have us both be like, hey, I want to be with you. I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking. I can't believe we did it. Oh my god. Oh my god, we actually did it. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, it's so warm in here. Oh my god. I'm so proud of us, yo. I'm so proud of us. We did it. Okay, the words came completely naturally. Your mouth being pulled into a beaming smile that made you feel like it had a high chance of being permanent. Oh my god. There were more than 1 million moments or more over the years where you looked at him and thought about saying it, but there was nothing stopping you anymore. Oh my god, we did it. I'm so happy. Stop, I actually feel like I'm gonna start crying from this. Holy shit. You wanted to be with him, and now you knew without a shadow of a doubt that Cove actually felt the same way about you. Cove's eyes widened and his breath hitched. You could feel on his hands on your shoulders begin to tremble. The way his expression twisted, you knew that he was struggling to put his thoughts into order. Oh my god. Oh my god. You wondered if he even believed the last few minutes actually happened. Is this really alright? That was all he could muster in the tiniest whisper. But you knew the weight of those words. You had a long history, and this would change things. Your head tilted towards him as you stared at him fondly, feeling your skin burn hot and your heart beat a mile a minute in your chest. Of course it is. Cove let out a long, shaky breath. He seemed to have difficulty believing he had spoken those words and that you had returned the feelings. Oh my god. If you want me, can I be your boyfriend? I'd like that a lot. I can't think of anything I'd like more. Oh my god. His lips worked into a hopeful smile. His eyes looked glistening. Oh my god! I'm so fucking happy. You can, because I want to be your SO. I feel exactly the same way. I definitely want the first one. I'm going with the first one. Jumping into his arms. I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. You're going for it, buddy. You felt a wave of emotion, and only one way to deal with it. You readied yourself. You launched yourself at him, pushing off the ground with a powerful kick. Cove was startled, but held his arms out with the sole goal of catching you. No, it's so fucking cute. Oh, he caught you and held on to you like you weighed nothing. The massive size difference being helpful in this regard. That's really fucking funny. Oh, okay. Oh. Your body had plenty of room against his, and you relaxed in his hold. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm finally fucking happy. Oh my god. Cove's arm stayed wrapped around your back as he kept you lifted. He couldn't help but laugh. And it was adorably warm. His eyes prickled with new tears as he sniffled, but you could recognize equal joy taking over him. You were both happy. Together. You were together and happy! I'm gonna wipe away his tears. You carefully brushed aside the tiny water drops with your thumbs. Cove bashfully leaned into your caress. Cove reached up to caress your cheek delicately. He took a moment to simply cherish you. A peaceful smile grew on his face as his eyes sparkled. Can I just... Oh my god! Your jaw dropped. No matter what else had just happened, that was not a desire you expected. Cove Holden to be capable of vocalizing. You were completely... Seeing your reaction made him realize exactly what he had done. He had seriously asked to kiss you. And then you woke up, and it was all a dream. And it's time to meet everyone at the restaurant. All I'm imagining is like the French narrator from SpongeBob saying that exact line. You know what? I'm here for it. Oh, I don't want this to be a dream. It better be fucking real. I really hope this is real. Oh my god. If this is like an intense daydream, I'm gonna be so upset. But, oh my god, no, it's gotta be real. It's gotta be real. Anyway. An intense blush covered every inch of his cheeks in absolute embarrassment. But he didn't take it back. Dude, I have a desk on my bed right now, and I'm streaming from a laptop. I'm just gonna be like, y'all are gonna see so much more of my ceiling than I want you to. Please do. I'm going the please do route. Oh my god. I love the fact that he asked for it though, to get consent instead of just like assuming. We love a consent king. Ah! Seriously though, if I'm being honest, for me especially, there is nothing hotter that a person could do than to ask for your permission on something like that. Like, even if the moment is tense and you both feel it, it's just like the quiet, can I kiss you? Ah, just blushing out of nowhere. Oh. Cove looked bashful but resolute and brought his face to yours. I swear to God, if one of our fucking parents walks out the door and interrupts this moment, I'm gonna be pissed as well. Nobody better interrupt my moment with my boy. He's mine. He's mine. Okay. Cove looked bashful but resolute and brought his face to yours. Within seconds, you were close enough to feel his breath on your face. Your noses brushed together when he paused, giving you another chance to change your mind. You looked at him expectantly, completely sure of this. Not wanting to deny either of you what you both clearly wanted, he stopped hesitating. Cove kissed you. You returned it without delay. I feel like I'm blushing, actually. Oh, I'm so happy. This is so cute. The feeling was blissful and longing. He was still nervous. You could tell from his shaking hands as he cupped the back of your head. However, he wasn't going to let that stop him. Shyness was secondary, to be able to kiss you as long as he could. Oh, there was no denying he'd been hoping for this moment ages before it ever happened. You knew this was right. Cove blinked rapidly when you parted, newly stunned, but was only with amazement. What happened was shocking and unexpected, but he absolutely wanted to hold on to this new thing between you. He ducked his head. Let's do the monster mash together. Oh my god. Why am I thinking of the way that Shakespeare wrote what sex sounded like? The back of two wombats smashing together. Eventually, I just took two books and started doing this. Let's do the horizontal tango. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh god, this is a long time coming, man. 10 years. 10 years. He ducked his head with childish giddiness and peeked at you out of the corner of his eyes. Thanks for giving me a chance to finally get it together and say this. Okay. Yeah, it definitely took you a while. You were worth it. It was agonizing for you and would have waited forever. I've always done that for me. I lost something. Wait, here we go. For you, I would have waited forever. It just sounds so sweet. It's so romantic. We're gonna have to tell everybody about this when we go back, aren't we? And don't think they'll be surprised! Man, I'm going to say as many fucking jokes as possible. I'm so happy it happened. See, I wanted to build up a good rapport of friendship before I got to a relationship, and I'm so happy I did that. I'm so happy. This just feels right for me. He smiled at you with unabashed preciousness. Oh. You figured that even without your history, if anyone caught Cove looking at you like that, it'd be obvious exactly how he felt. Oh, his openness of character had some truly delightful benefits. You must have been making the same affection. Making an expression equally as affectionate because he began to fluster again. He made some stuttering chuckles, but then quiet down, his mouth forcefully staying closed. You both took in a moment to process. After 10 years of being together, you were officially a couple now. I'm so fucking happy. Bro, that was beautiful. I wouldn't have asked any other way. I'm so happy for this. After all of that, you both made it back inside the restaurant. Cove was clearly nervous. Now that you were together, your families were going to have to hear about it. But with you by his side, he continued forward. You could feel eyes on you as you took your place at the table. They didn't wait long to start asking if you were alright and what had happened. It didn't help that Cove's face flushed immediately over the attention. Quickly, it all became too much. You couldn't meet anyone's stare, and under the table your hands fidgeted nervously. Cove steeled his nerves and faced the small crowd. Well, the truth is, Kai and I are. Grins were already beginning to appear around the table before he could muster the full explanation. He swallowed hard, stealing a glance at you. A couple now. Oh my god, we're dating. They'll haven't gone on a date yet, exactly. It's just, I'm their boyfriend. So yeah. I'm so happy. Oh. Cove stopped his rambling there with wide eyes. He waited tensely for a response. Mr. Holden was the first to react, instantly slapping a hand over Cove's shoulder. His other hand smacked his own chest over his heart. You did it! Holy shit. 10 years. Considering the fact that literally, we all fucking know. The amount of teasing that's been happening for 10 years in this game. It's amazing, Cove. Kai, if you need anything, I'm here. Don't hesitate to come to me for help. What? He's like, what help? I think, what help? I don't think you should ask that, sir. I just remembered Cove is demisexual. So, yeah, that's not on his mind, but still, I'm going to make as many jokes as fucking possible. Because I'm like, oh, son, I'm so happy for you and Kai. Of course, just take care of yourselves. This is either heading towards the breakup of a lifetime or a wedding, and I will be there for either.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Dad. This is gonna be heading towards the wedding of a lifetime if I have any say about this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it, man. Cove covered the side of his head that was facing Mr. Holden with a hand and sunk lower in his chair in some desperate attempt to put distance between himself and his father's words. Meanwhile, the women in your family all bursted into laughter. Pull back on those reins there, little Cliff. They're not ones to rush. It took them a decade to reach partner status.
Don't worry about it.
I don't think we need to start looking at pennies yet. Exactly. This is wonderful news, and all we need to do is congratulate them on it. Kai, Cove, I'm so glad for you both. I know you'll be happy together. We're rooting for you.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Ah, this is so exciting. I knew you were meant for each other. Well, I called this one. I called it years ago. We all knew. I should have made a real bet with someone. Though I don't think anyone would have been dense enough to go ahead against it. Yeah. Cove let himself fall forward, sticking himself to the table's surface. There is no getting away from this. This is embarrassing, but I feel like... Let's be honest. I am thrilled. I am ecstatic. All that's left to do is get engaged, betrothed, affianced, and then eventually married. That's it. That's the next step. That's the next step we're working towards. But this relationship is gonna fucking last if I have any say about this. Dude, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Anyone who's ever interacted with either of us has known forever. It's really fucking obvious, but I'm like, damn, it took us this long. Man, this wedding better be fucking amazing, is all I'm saying. This is one of the best days of your life, bar none. Yeah, no, the wedding is gonna be fucking amazing. If I have any say about this, it's gonna happen. Once the wave of family teasing and cooing passed, you were able to feel grateful for both of your families' encouragement. It made you happy knowing just how loved you were. No, I'm pretty sure if you asked one of the fucking trees near our house or the goddamn hill, they'll be like, finally, you two! Waiting forever, you know? Night fell soon after everyone finished their meals, and before you knew it, you were standing in the parking lot saying your goodbyes and packing up the cars to go home. After the last of the chores were done, your family spent some more time together. The rest of the night felt like it was going by in a blink of an eye, and somehow the time came to retire to your room to sleep. Yeah. You guys just started now. We thought for years you two... Right? Like if you were an outsider and you just saw these two, you're just like, wait, you two weren't... You just... I'm sorry. I thought you guys were together before. It's like, no, we were just friends. It's like, sure, you were just friends before. There's always that tension there that you just never picked up on until now. Really? You pulled your covers up under your chin and settled down for the night, getting warm and cozy. Save here, just to be safe. As your head sank back into your pillow and you closed your eyes, your mind drifted back to everything that had happened that day. I'm so fucking happy. You could see it all now beneath your eyelids, as though you were experiencing it all over again. And then the image of Coach popped into your head, and you smiled softly to yourself. It's fucking happening. It's fucking happening. Oh. Do we sneak out? The the man is technically demisexual, which is in the spectrum of asexuality. So he wouldn't actually be thinking about, sex in that type of way. Me, however, hell yeah. Do we sneak out to his room, or do we text him to come over? I think out of all of them, the safest option is just to chat. Because I don't think he's gonna want to come over. He might come over. No, he sneaked into our room before. And, he's not gotten caught yet. But I don't want him to, have to climb the roof. And then for us also, I don't want to have to do that. Safest option out of all of this felt like let's just text him. We can chat forever. Besides, he's gonna have his own apartment soon, and sneaking would be so much easier when he has his own apartment. Yeah. Taking your phone from your bedside table, you lay it on your back and held it above your face, typing out a message to Cove. Hey, are you awake? He didn't reply as you let out a defeated sigh as you locked your phone screen and let your arms fall back down. Yeah, no. Yeah. He must have fallen asleep. No, he didn't fall asleep. Okay, suddenly your phone buzzed in your hand and you scrambled to check the message that had just come through. It was Cove! Yeah, what's going on? I'm texting you, that's what. What are you doing? You watched the little dots on your screen as he typed before his next message popped up on your screen. He's just heading to bed. Oh, he's... Do I ask him to come over? Or do I want to keep texting? He chewed on your bottom lip as he waited for his answer. Maybe he was tired and wouldn't want to keep talking to you. And if you were being fair, it's a pretty odd time to get into a long text chat. But even so, you hoped that he would. He said yes. His reply lit up your phone and you grinned at the sight, halfway through composing your next message. The lateness of the hour seemed forgotten as you started to exchange messages. You covered all kinds of topics, and more once you had to stifle a laugh or shout after something Cove wrote. You were enjoying yourself so much you hardly even noticed the way your eyes started to droop or the slight ache in your arms. You didn't know exactly when it happened, but sometime during the conversation you fell asleep, drifting into a peaceful dream. Next morning, you woke slowly from a comfortable dream, finding yourself safe and warm and tucked up in bed. With a small stretch, you opened your eyes to the sun shining through the window. After waking up a little more and getting ready, you headed downstairs to find your family all gathered around in the kitchen area. Good morning. You greeted them all, receiving a chorus of good mornings back in return. You nodded in acknowledgement as you headed into the kitchen to find some breakfast. A knock at the front door caught your attention, and curiosity pulled you to follow several steps behind Mom as she went to answer it. Cove was waiting there with both of his parents! Morning.
Hello.
Hi there. Surprised at the sight, Mom paused at a moment. Then she pulled Kyra into a big hug. Meanwhile, you approached the doorway and flashed a small smile at Cove. Kyra! It's been too long! I know, time's been flying. Kyra's gaze slid over to you. She waved.
Hey.
Hi there. Biting your bottom lip, you nodded slightly. Hello. I'm gonna hug her. I love hugs. We're going for it. You intended on it being brief, but she gave you a lasting squeeze. A small squeak escaped you, and then a chuckle. When you stepped back, there was no missing the merriment sparkling in her eyes. Enough of standing around out there. Come on in. Mom moved aside to usher the group in and guide them into the living room. Before anyone could get settled in, Mom spoke up. You're all welcome to stay for breakfast. We still have some great spices and stuff from the farmer's market. Yes, we'd be thrilled to host you. There were eager nods from Mr. Holden and Kyra, but Holden looked around the room filled with familiar faces before speaking up. Maybe instead of staying here, why don't we go to the beach? A scenic picnic, eh? Mr. Holden crossed his arms and contemplated that idea happily. Excited, Kyra clapped her hands together. Oh, we can make a day out of it. Might as well enjoy the ocean while we can. That sounds lovely, Cove. Everyone else put in their own agreement at Cove's. Yeah. They're all like, yeah, no, this has been happening for a long ass time. So we're like, whew. Everyone else put their own agreement with Cove's suggestion. Before long, both families dispersed, getting everything ready. Sandwiches had to be made, water, sunscreen, towels, and more needed to be gathered and packed. An hour later, both your family and Cove's were walking down the old path to the beach. The morning was already turning a bright, beautiful day. You honestly couldn't ask for better weather for a beach trip. The moment you laid your eyes on the full view of the ocean, you stopped and stood there memorized. It didn't matter that you grew up there. The sight always filled you with wonder. Hey?
So?
I was thinking about calling Terry and Miranda. See if they can come too. Everyone else is pretty much here, so would your family mind? I can ask them. You already couldn't imagine any problems your mom could have with that idea. Cove matched the grin growing on your face. You were eager to see your friends join the fun today. You made your way over to your mom's. I have a question. Would it be alright if Terry and Miranda came by? I don't see why not. Ma looked to Ma to see what she thought, and she nodded in agreement. Mom then shot. Oh, they're all blinking at the same time, but at the same time not really. God, it's so weird to see. Okay, Mom then shot a glance over to Holden and Tyra, knowing that they had likely heard everything.
You alright with that?
Liv, Tyra, what do you think? The more the merrier.
Okay.
Of course, they're welcome with me. Thanks. It is getting real late, and I still want to go. It's fine. I'm gonna keep going. Delighted, you nodded and turned on your heels. Cove was still several feet away talking to Lee and Liz, lightly about the same topic. With a beaming smile, you gave him a thumbs up, and the two of them must have improved it. As Cove quickly got his phone out and started making the calls. At that, you turned your attention to helping with the picnic setup. Unexpectedly, your phone started ringing. You dug it out, curious to see the caller ID. Feeling your heart jump with excitement, you answered the video call request. It was Derek. Hi. I don't remember who you are. The voice that came through was much deeper than it had been when you first met, but it still had the same amount of enthusiasm of a kid. Have you been enjoying these crazy summer days? Awesome, you'll have to catch me up on that. I don't fucking remember who you are. But what about you? How's your summer been? You were beyond curious to know what Derek had been up to since the last time you spoke. You chuckled, noticing your I'm a taken person, sir. I don't need you. I'm good. I don't need you in my life. I'm fine. Honestly, I've just been slammed with stuff lately. College applications and scholarship inquiries. What else is new? I'm gonna need it. I kind of doubt that. And I'm like, I don't want to flirt with this man. I'm satisfied with my partner. I don't need the rest of you. You can all disappear. He chuckled. You can hear his small smile when he smoked. Bleh. Of course, you worked really hard. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now, guys. I'm gonna save right here. Okay? And we're gonna stop for today. It is actually really late and I am getting very tired and I clearly can't read anymore. Yeah, no, game. Fuck you. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. I know for a fact that Cove was not the only love interest in this game. However, he's the only love interest I care about. So, With everybody else, I don't need to. I don't need to try to make him jealous about the possibility that, so I could be with somebody else. I've got the man I want. I don't want anyone else. You can still introduce other love interests. I'm just not going to pay attention to them. So, that's that. Anyway, thank you for coming to the stream today. I really do appreciate it. This is one of the longer streams I've ever actually done in a long time. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I appreciate you so much. You are one of the funniest people I've seen in chat in a while. So, thank you so much for coming. Tomorrow's stream is gonna be the Funko customization thing. We're repainting. I'm so excited for this, actually. But how that's all gonna work out, I have no clue. But we're gonna figure this out. Thank you so much to everyone. We've finally hit the 2nd follower goal, which means I have to update this little thing up here. Oh, it'll be fine. I actually gotta do stuff after this to finagle all this, so that should be fun. But thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all so much. If you've enjoyed this stream, I do have other social media accounts that are linked in my bio. You can follow me over on TikTok. I mostly mess around with filters. I also do some shopping hauls and like mystery unboxings because I love a good blind box. You can also follow me over on Instagram. It's Funkos_ohmy. It's different than the other social media handles. I mostly post about my Funko Pop collection. I've been trying to set up new photo ideas, so need to figure out how to work that out. But there is some stuff there as well. If you're feeling a little spicy and you want to find something that I haven't used in months, you can follow me over on Tumblr. I have a Tumblr. It's Kai-ohmy. I should probably update my bio on that, but I'm lazy. And, of course, if you're watching over on YouTube land, thank you so much for sticking around for the whole video. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. They are also both very free. Same as the follow button over on Twitch. They're free. You can be a freeloader and just not do anything, but just click. Because, I appreciate it. It helps out the analytics a lot. More than people like to admit, but it really does help out the analytics. I do have other videos over on my YouTube channel. It is mostly just VODs as of right now. I may record some stuff if, the streaming, as of right now, with streaming doesn't really seem to be working a bit, and I want to do something. I may just record a video or two. So, we'll see how that works. I think that is it. I've done my self-promotion, even though it's incredibly difficult. Thank you all for coming to the stream. I will see you all tomorrow. I love and appreciate all of you. I really do appreciate all of the support. I'm going to transition you out over to some music it's literally just a video. Yeah. I hope you all have a good night, day, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a good time. Please try to get some rest and take care of yourself. I love and appreciate all of you. As for me, good night. I'll transition you over to some music, and I'll see you around. Bye, guys. Okay.